reading this.
Okay.
Stanley say, can I review this fool's self defeated attitude on my show? Damn. Who had a self defeated attitude? What up, Tierney? What up,
He
little
talking about from
baby?
yesterday.
From yesterday,
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, whatever.
he
I
did.
don't know who you talking about though.
It was Hood Conservative and his homie. You know what I'm saying? Which the
Oh,
comment.
okay, yeah.
And
Yeah,
look,
Stanley.
this ain't even the diss these boys. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
like I said, if that's how you feel, bring that shit to the table.
Let's talk about it, right?
Yeah, let's talk about it. But my thing is, don't have a defeated mindset. Because basically, what I was telling them niggas yesterday is the same thing that I was telling E. You see what I'm saying? And this is what I was trying to tell E. Bro, if you come off a certain way with a certain type of lingo in your vocabulary, it sounds defeated.
Right.
Like I can hear through that shit. I don't want to deal with women, but I'm gonna still deal with women. I'm just not gonna take them seriously because they not worth taking seriously. Well, if you messing with a woman that you know ain't worth taking seriously, why you still messing with her?
Come on, bro. That's what I be saying, bro. These niggas get. See, I think niggas get in a frenzy when they think they might lose somebody. Shanika, let me ask you this. What up, Oda? Shanika, let me ask you this. Oh, he said no. I mean the current fool on the. Come on, Stanley. You can't be.
Hey, now that's fine. That's cool.
You wild.
He can think I'm self-defeated. Yeah, he could think I'm how am I self-defeated, but I'm actually in a relationship, a happy relationship. So I'm doing the shit y'all niggas complaining about y'all can't do, but I'm actually doing that, and I'm raising my children.
But marriage,
something.
It's a relationship.
Yeah, it's a marriage. Yeah, I'm putting respect on it, but it starts from. That's the thing, though, bro. It starts from a relationship, a friendship, a camaraderie. Like it's stuff that's built upon. But we don't never get to have them conversations because dumb shit like that. I'll be whatever you think I am. I'm still sleep like a newborn at night.
And what I'm saying, Stanley, is that you said I'm in a relationship. Hey, I'm in a great marriage and all that, because then people be saying, one way or the other. That's what I'm saying, man. Put a statement on. I'm glad I'm happy to have been. I don't know about happy, so I ain't gonna go that goddamn far.
Shit.
But I've been married for over 31 years, and I don't know how the hell I made it this damn long. Because I would have fired my ass day one.
Man, what?
I'd have fired my ass.
That's why I say, like, I appreciate you putting up with me.
I tell you that all the time, don't I tell you, nigga? I said, I don't know how I made it this long. I said, I'd have fired my ass.
Right.
Yeah,
like you put up with D-Rock for 16 years. Oh, you a thoroughbred. You a real one. Cause sometimes I don't even like my motherfucking self.
Hey, I know I done told a few. Look, you dealing with me. I know I'm a handful. I know it. And I don't want to say because I'm a Virgo, because I know Stan gonna come with the bullshit. But it's cool. I'm with it. I already know what time it is. But at the end of the day, like, yeah, like I am a handful. I know I am, like, in more than one way. But at the end of the day, it's just like, I would appreciate you and salute you and show off for you because you dealing with that shit. Most motherfuckers will be like, yeah, right, and then run. But if you yeah, right, and then deal with me, or if you be like, so what's really wrong? I'm gonna have a conversation with you, like, and it ain't gotta be like something wrong, like fucked up, but like, this is how I am. You might not like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But if you like really think you can go at it with the eye of the tiger, then I'm gonna respect you even more, because I'm gonna let you have your way. I'm not gonna try to be stupid or no shit like that, but I know I can be a handful.
Dr. Kwame just called your ass out a handful. She's like,
yeah,
what the hell you talking about?
But see, that's the thing, though. Oh, go ahead, bro. My bad. Go ahead.
A bucket full, a handful.
Bro, I'm 2 handfuls.
You see, I said, okay, but yeah, Dr. Kwame, you just nasty. But and I love it. But at the end of the day, like for real, like we got on.
That went
Say
right over
shit.
my head. I wouldn't even think about it like that. My bad.
Yeah, I'm surprised it went over your head because that motherfucker.
Hey,
What up,
Drip?
Travel One?
Drip,
So
don't
My
it's
get
getting
us
mind ain't
cussed
in the
out
gutter.
later.
That's
Bro.
how I did. That's how I went over my head. Thank you. I'm innocent.
Lord Jesus, that's a lie.
Boy, you never been innocent a day in your damn life. So
I'm gonna
stop
throw the
it.
Bible at your ass. It's gonna
But
burn.
hey, Drip, we know the truth. She give us the
Hell
truth.
yeah.
If Drip do something wrong, it's on me. I do
See,
something wrong, it's on Drip. Yeah, come on. You need to stop that innocence.
innocent.
Uh,
What you got going, Stan?
What up,
What's
Travel
good
One?
with you? What say you? What up, Travel One?
hey, hopefully you can hear me better, bro. I
Yes,
had
sir. Loud and
to
clear, Stan. You sound way better, sir.
hey, but I'll say this. I don't know how we get so rigid, right? So you talking about upbringings and all this stuff, right? Yeah, it's indicators, right?
Right.
I mean, I dedicated my life to taking people that grew up in some of the worst situations, and they got wake up money,
They
right?
got $50.
Families are thriving, right?
It's an
So
increment of five.
You say
it's not
what?
a one size fit all.
It's an
Right.
increment of five. It's not a situation where I could type in.
What you talking about?
Oh, she's working probably, Trip.
Oh, mute your ragged ass microphone.
My bad. No, I was. Nah, I was talking to my baby. My bad.
Oh, okay.
She
Shout out
know.
to the kiddos. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead,
but
Stan. My
yeah,
bad.
it's not a one size fit all, right? So
Go for it.
when we become so rigid, that I think that one thing that would ever work with everybody, right?
Mm.
People came up from the worst situations in their life, and you see how they thrive. Even some of us on this panel, right?
Right.
We was out there in the game, whatever they call the game, right? And then look at us now. I mean, I don't believe in just demonizing people, right?
All right. What up,
That it
Hank?
got to be one way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is very this
What's going
has
on, Hank?
always been comical to me. That
Mhm.
it starts with parenting and all that. What if your parents is slow, stuck on stupid?
Mm.
Now what? What are they gonna get? It's never been that one size fit all. It was community because your mom couldn't read, or your dad, or whatever, or they wouldn't this. It was the opportunities, right?
Right.
To answer the question that I heard earlier when I was glitching like hell, is that
Yeah.
about okay? What did we do moving forward, right? And it said that, hey, do we
What up,
need
Queen?
to start over and start training parents? Yes. It's going to take a generation of people that gave more about the family than damn being a friend of the damn children.
But hey, Stan, just real quick, they like Drip said yesterday, they won't deflate their chest. Some of these parents and these adults, they won't deflate their chest long enough to get the
Come on.
training that they need.
Come on, man. I said that shit.
Their
They
ego.
ain't listening. They
Their
ain't listening
ego,
on these
Drip.
damn panels when we try and have a conversation. They're like a bunch of big ass kids.
What up,
Want a
Queen?
name call and stuff, right?
Yep.
I'm like, all right.
Yep. I'm telling you.
Hey, Drip, this is where how fast forward we got to. Listening to that panel last night was wow. But
It was
the
crazy.
thing that stuck out to me, that somebody gonna put on game. Forget adult relationship stuff. Put on game. I'm gonna tell you how to get out of paying child support. Wait a minute. Don't you knuckleheads come up here talking about my dad won in my life and all that. Now you, with all this technology and all this knowledge, you figuring out a way to stay out of your children's life.
Right. That was
you make that shit make sense.
That shit made me sick.
I'll shut the hell up. I come up on the panel and I just say salute to everybody. That makes no sense. You said the reason why I went through all this stuff because my dad wasn't there. And then you turn around and have children. Now you figuring out a way not to be in your child's life. Make that shit make sense. Don't worry about it. Got people like me, Stanley, Drip in the world that we're going to make sure we see the children through. Because you ain't worth a pimples on a dog's ass.
Hey,
Piece of
What
shit
up, Hank?
ass niggas.
Damn.
Hink in the basement. What's good?
What's going down, my
What's up,
big
man?
partner, player OG Hink in the building? What's going on, baby?
That ain't nothing happening. Just waiting for Stan to land the plane so I can get in there.
Hey,
Get in
salute,
there.
Hank. I didn't see you come up, bro.
I would like to ask a question when Hink is done, and shout out to Hink and after
Got
bed. Yeah, he
Got
knows.
Hey, make sure y'all spam Smitty's Corner link in the chat too. He's simulcasting. Appreciate you, OG. Go ahead, Hink, my bad.
Okay, yeah. What was the meaning for the conversation? Because I didn't watch. I didn't get to see the whole show yesterday, so sound like I missed something that I should have missed.
Man, yesterday we had about 100 motherfucker watching. It was great. It was a crazy show. We had a few people, you know, they had their own ideas, and you know, damn, this is some good ass weed. But anyway, so what it was
Hey.
we was saying, with people that, okay, so if you was raised in the household, you know, with, you know, beating, you know, mama beating on daddy, daddy beating on mama type of shit. If you ain't had no home training, you know what I'm saying? Do you grow up to be bad in relationships or have a bad lifestyle? But it then the manosphere came into it because it was more of like, is the manosphere destroying these kids?
Okay. Now,
So if you want to elaborate on, go ahead, my bad.
No, what I was gonna say, when I was up here, y'all had a picture of Shanika turning up on a Modelo or something.
Yeah, all the time. Hank, shit, you got to come a little earlier.
She was turned up. I said, oh, because Shanika's had a picture of you turning up, getting loose. Okay, ain't no wrong with that.
It's a sparkling water. That's it.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right. But yeah, as far as the question you was asking, Drip, man, yeah, I think it's a problem, man. Look, trash ass parents gonna raise trash ass kids, man. And the cycle's gonna continue unless one of them children from the offspring of a trash ass parent make a change.
That's a fact.
If not, the cycle's gonna continue to continue. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But
That's
you
real.
know, hopefully, you know, saying they learn some home training from somebody down the line, whether they get it when they go to somebody else's house, or where they go to school, or sometimes them streets will. Sometimes them streets will teach you some home goddamn training.
Nah, that's a fact, Hank. That's some fact. Yeah, and see, that's what I was saying. I was just like, bro, for people, okay, so, you know, I told my story about me and my pops, right? Like, I was just rebellious because I knew some shit that they was hiding from me. So I was just causing problems. But, bro, I didn't get no type of learning activity from him. Like, my brother knew how to change all that shit. I didn't know how to do none of that. But I had partners and niggas that was a little bit older. Like, I was changing a bike tire at 4-5 years old. But that's just from people who I've seen, let me not say, like about 7 years old. Because I'm seeing my people next door. This nigga older brother, like, put pegs on the bike, all kind of shit for, like, niggas who had the Huffies and the BMXs and shit, right? So I'm watching this nigga do this shit. I learned from that type of shit. Or just niggas in the hood who know how to do different shit that I, you know, just caught wind off of. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really say that I learned from my pops. And my mama was, like, beating the shit out of my ass because I was doing the most. And I deserved every last one of them. But, like, my mama never gave up on me. So after that, you know what I'm saying, she put me in every sport possible. Nigga, I was playing basketball, goddamn, baseball for the Dodgers, niggas, Little League, Pop Warner football, everything. Nigga, I ain't seen my friends for a long time. But even dealing with the people that's on my football team, the coaches and shit giving us just life game. I think I turned out decent.
The lyrics get loud on that.
Yeah,
But
sometimes,
man, you ain't worth
sometimes
shit,
kids
man.
need that, and they might, and they may, and she may have put you in them activities, man, because of she seen the friend circle you was dealing with, and they may not be the positive, uplifting ones, encouraging ones that you really need to be around. So let me get young Drip around some different type of kids. You know what I'm saying? I tell my son all the time, man. He's in college, he play college ball, and I tell him, I said, look, you got to diversify your friends, man. I said, you could always hang around our people on the regular. You go to family reunions, go to Sunday dinner, you know what I'm saying, what we do. I said, but you got to diversify your friends. You can't just have all black friends and think you ever gonna learn something, learn different cultures by doing that. You're not. You're gonna learn the same bullshit ass culture you've been learning from us. I said, but when you diversify your friends, you got different friend circles, come from different grounds and different backgrounds, different religions, and different races, stuff like that. Now you're gonna see something different, and you're gonna also realize they not that much different from us.
No,
they just do shit just a little bit different than we do. You know, they party different, they have fun different, they do different activities than we do, but they still have the same type of feeling. They still go through some hard shit. They still go through downs, ups, depression, sadness. You know what I'm saying? Happy, fatigue. They go through the same shit. It's just a different audience. That's it.
Right. So, Hank, do you think that we should go back to ass whoopings?
Oh yeah, well,
because these motherfuckers, grandmas and grandpa, they ain't, man. Look, I ain't never seen my daddy 32 teeth and seen that boy playing tea party with my niece and smiling. I'm nigga, you a military sniper, nigga. What you doing smiling like this? Bro, they don't touch them.
Mm-hmm. Well, look, we know some of these kids probably need to be beat.
Lord,
you know, some of these goddamn kids need to be beat. But some of these kids, you just can't say shit to. But it depends on the child, though. You know what I'm saying? It depends on the child. Not every child needs to be spanked.
Right. But hold on. It ain't even about the spankings. It's a psychological thing that they took from the parents. They took the power psychologically from the parents. You can't even threaten them with whooping their ass.
No, you can't. You just chose to be a punk ass parent and not do it.
No, I'm saying no. There's other ways. Trust me, there's other ways around it. For the most part, like I said, I know my mama didn't listen to that shit. She ain't never started whooping me until I was too old to be whooped. But my point is, they call that by taking that or trying to make it a law or letting kids know that your parents can't discipline you this certain type of way. So I get what you're saying, but that still was a mind fuck at the end of the day.
Can I tap in on that if it's okay?
You got it.
Go ahead.
Respect. All right. So I'm like in between when it comes to I guess you could say, the spanking aspect. I do believe that laws were put in place, and I'm just going to say it, and y'all know I stand on what I say. I think the laws were put in place because of us. That's right. Black folks, we was the only ones growing up who used to brag about how amazingly abusive our spankings were. See, we didn't get regular just pull your pants down and just it's a belt. We used to brag about being greased down while being brought out the tub, and then we get extension cords and go get the biggest whip and all this other shit. So I think that those laws were actually put into place because I don't think a lot of us recognize how much we have normalized the true trauma of abuse that a lot of us have been through being whooped. We didn't get regular spankings, dog. A lot of us used to get popped with a backhand.
Nigga, a glass ashtray thrown at you. Yeah, I know. I get that. Bro. But what I'm saying is, hold on, Smitty. I'm not going to cut you. Go ahead. Let
me land it. I've been real quiet.
No, do your thing, bro.
So my whole point in briefly is that so when we talking about this whole spanking aspect and why they actually say, you know what, you can't do that no more, I believe it's because the law is saying we're not able to gauge exactly who of y'all is not doing the opening up hangers and hot irons and all this other crazy stuff, and how many of y'all is just doing a simple little pat on the butt and go to your room. So it's like we need to eliminate this in its entirety to make sure that the abuse goes down. One thing I will say that I noticed in my community is that there is so much abuse from physical to sexual. We have been absolutely traumatized, dog. There are so many women and so many brothers I've come across where they have some type of truly, truly traumatic story. And then we wonder, why do we function the way we do today? You see what I'm saying? So, but I'm gonna go ahead and land it right there. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
All I'm saying is I was a child when they passed that law. And I was like, okay, because I know, like you said, I know the kind of whoopings that we were getting. So when they passed that law, I was like, oh yeah, is that right? I'm saying I was in it. I already know what it was. Like, yeah, that's why you got niggas 13, 14 start smoking weed in the mama house. I know she can't whoop me. Not only that, I'm a 14-year-old, you know what I'm saying, young man, so I know she can't whoop me. You feel me? See, it's one thing to allow your mom to spank you because you know you're wrong. But as a man, you get to that point where I'm really just allowing you to hit on me with this belt. Cause I'm already doing what I'm doing.
Well, I'm with you.
And you can't rule that out either. Some folks go against their parents.
So can I ask you this, Stan?
Go ahead.
This goes back earlier to what you was talking about, and it's only a question. I never had a chance to tap in on it because I was just being patient. All right, so like you was talking about how you were saying how I wish I would have learned that when I was coming up. I remember you mentioned that.
I said I wish somebody was there to tell me what I'm in the position now to tell my child.
Okay. Do you really believe that when we were coming up, what is relevant now would have been relevant back then? And do you really believe that what was relevant back then will be relevant now? You know, I've been thinking about that a lot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you how.
Rock out.
Just like how bad shit can get passed down generation by generation,
right?
Good stuff can be passed down by generation. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, I didn't grow up with a father, so I don't want my children to not grow up without their father. And in turn, I want them to see a 2-parent household, but I have to be that to show them that, and hopefully they'll duplicate the cycle or they'll repeat the cycle, you know what I'm saying, and pass it down to their children. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, at the end of the day, it got to start somewhere. And I said, why not me? Because I didn't see it.
Right. Well, see, the thing is though, Stan. All right, so this is really primarily where I was going briefly, and I'll make it very quick, right? So where I was going with my thought process is when I was asking, is it relevant? Because I be thinking about it, right? All right, so I have said that to myself, like, man, if only I knew what I knew now or whatever back then. But then I think to myself, was it really actually really relevant in the sense of, is it beneficial to teach our kids how to use a flip phone today? Like really, is it like would it really be necessary to teach them how to use the Nextel chirp?
No, I mean not necessarily that, but I got a landline. I'm teaching my children how to use this landline because a lot of children don't even know what the hell a landline is.
Hold on, fellas, 1 second. Go ahead, Shanique.
All right.
Put your hands together for my motherfucking friend.
In the building.
What up, Ruthless Truth?
Oh,
what's up? It's my first time on the show.
What up, Ruthless?
What up, Ruthless?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on, D-Rod. Let me get my YouTube speech. Thank you. I want to thank my weed man, my mama. I made it to the YouTube Olympics. I see this nigga everywhere. And he got a channel. Make sure y'all spam Rufus Truth channel in the goddamn chat, please. Let's do it. What's going on, Rufus?
We got one more.
We guys, hold on. Let me bring somebody up. Go ahead, Sneak.
Georgia. Also ATL.
Eat a man in the building. What up? I be what? What's going on, chat? All right, let's get this conversation back cranked up. What up, Eat a man? Go ahead.
What's up, brother?
That was D-Rock or Rufus finna say something.
It was me and Smitty was about to have this, but I'm gonna land it with this right here, Smitty.
Yeah, I just wanted to finish with Stan real quick. I ain't gonna be long. Go ahead, Stan.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. You got it.
Just real quick. I'm just gonna end it with this. Like, maybe not that intricately as far as like all those certain gadgets and stuff, but some things are universal that we have to teach our children. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we know that we fell into certain pitfalls because we didn't have the teaching.
I get you on that. Okay, so to land it on my end, yeah, you're right. Now, I wasn't trying to focus and hone in on the gadgets. That was just a mere metaphor analogy. That's all. It was just an analogy. But if we want to use that, yeah. If we want to use that briefly, I would say this. Cell phones are still cell phones. Matter of fact, phones are still phones. We still communicate on them, but each year technology changes, and we have to continuously try to keep up with the changes of technology. So in the correlation of that analogy in which I just gave is that we have to actually update how we actually teach them about life, even though we're still teaching them the same concepts that we grew up to. It's just the way how we grew up. Like, for a perfect example to land it, we grew up, as we just talked about, the spankings. That's all our peoples knew. If you mess up, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's all they knew. Nowadays we have to be more cunning. We're realizing that just spanking them is not working. Do we still have to discipline them? Absolutely. But the way that we discipline them, we have to adjust and modify that, because the fact is we once had a razor, now we have an iPhone. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
Ooh, he out there cooking up with that fish grease.
Man, this Eddie man, don't come up here with that bullshit today, bro. I gotta warn you every time. Hold on. See, you already with the bullshit. We gotta let Rufus get there first.
Silence. It was so good. We just need to be quiet for a second. That's all I'm saying.
Let me run my goddamn show. Ruthless, you can get in there, bro. Eat a man. God.
You know, eat a man that has a hard time containing his joy, right? So
right.
Ruthless, you got a hard time containing every damn thing.
Man, long time no see, man. You pull up on my channel and have this conversation.
What's up?
You won't say that. All right, but anyway, right?
Right.
I think you're a little overreaching here. I think we're just panicking for no reason. The household is the household, man. Social media runs your house. 100% of your parents will drop your kids off to school. Y'all can't wait to get them out the house. Acting like, oh, we love them so much. As soon as school starts, y'all, hey, baby, you got to get your here, grade this lunch with you and call me when it's over. And you better not let that teacher call me too early. I'm gonna give you a spanking. So you need to be there, because we have to do other things like make money, make sure the house, they have a roof over their head, right? So there's just no way you can quantify, well, I can be as strict as I want to with my kid, but at the same time, I'm letting the system raise my kid, right? Because can't anybody afford to do school parenting. You have to, so basically the system is raising your child, and the system is pro LGBTQ and everything else under the sun. And the government and all that they ideology is pulling at your kids and your wife. So
what you gonna do about it?
You're just operating at a deficit. You got to cross your fingers. So all you can do, really, you can be there, give good advice, give instructions, create structure, create the place for a person to be able to civilly come up in and have a chance, like to learn the basic.
Did you say cross your fingers? Did you say cross your fingers?
Okay. Because you can't control what you can't control.
But you can't control what you can control, and that's the only thing you got to focus on. Focus on what you can.
What I'm saying is though, most, no matter. Okay, let me make it easy for you. Let me break this down easy for you. It doesn't really matter about your parents and all that much, because the numbers are the numbers, right? 85% of Americans are going to become average earners and live an average life. No matter how you look at it. Single parents, double parents, nuclear family, single mom, whatever you look at it. 85% of Americans will become average.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So we don't have to really beat the parents up over anything, right? The problems we see are the minority, right? And we look at that and we make that and we bill that to all the other people. When nobody really looks at, damn, majority of homies in the hood become average and just live average lives. We don't want to recognize that, but we sit here and keep saying to other parents, well, you need to do this with your children, and you do that with your children. When your number one is a system is raising your children, number one. So that's out the door. Two, you have to worry about keeping your wife in the house now. right? So you got a lot on your plate.
Well, so
if you got to worry about keeping it in the house, then you might as well let it go on outside.
Lock the door behind. I understand that sentiment, right? But the problem is you still worry about it because average man wants to keep their house in order. They don't want their family everywhere, right? So we're not voluntarily signing up for our wife to leave, right? Even if she might think that we're gonna try to talk her out of it, right? It ain't just you think about that, you go.
Hold on, Ruthless. Hold on. We're about to go somewhere else. I want to address the first part of what you said, roughly.
No, because I'm gonna finish my and you can get it.
But you about to talk about something totally different.
Hold on, let the man finish. Let the man finish. He can let his plane. Go ahead. What up, Blue Jack?
Give me 30 more seconds.
So
all I said is to pass it is we have to be under the realization that it's an uphill battle, and every man and woman are going to have to fight for every fucking thing they got. Because as long as there's so many outside influences that's pulling at your household, right? All you can do is cross your fingers and hope that things go your way and you have a fairly successful outcome.
Right.
I'm gonna never leave my destiny in the hands of hope, luck, wish, or none of that. Now I got to actually do something towards that. If I know it's gonna be a shit show, I'm gonna bring an umbrella. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What are we talking about, man?
Let me get somebody got an echo. That affects every woman. You have to worry about that same situation you talking about with every woman, not only just the married women.
Somebody got an echo.
Mama. Yeah, I agree.
What was that?
I agree.
Hold on, Rufus. Hold on. Somebody got an echo.
That's
Hank, you in the car? You got an echo? Yeah, the ink. That's you. I put you on mute, Hank. Shout out to that boy Corey Love. He say play that new classic clip if y'all got it yet. What classic clip you talking about? What classic clip you talking about, brother? Hold on.
And let's go, Drill Nation. Shouts out the homie from the house of love, baby. Corey Love. Drip Nation salute. Let's go, Drill Nation.
Let's go, Drip Nation. Shout out to that boy Corey Love for the 10 bar. I appreciate you, brother. Make sure y'all match Corey Love energy, man, because we gotta get some support. We got some good support. Let me see. Oh shit. Okay, wait a minute. There we go. Shout out to that boy Corey, man. Shout out to that boy, man. Let's get back to the conversation. Y'all got it. Let's go.
Y'all got it. See, I don't like the disrespect over here. He let Ruthless. He opened up the floor for Ruthless.
And you got it.
Everybody else. No, you just said y'all. You gonna tell us y'all? Man, you like, hey, it's on you, E. It would have been on Ruthless.
Oh my
it would have been
God.
On E.
You spoiled nigga. Hold on, spoiled man. Hold on, eat a man. It's on you, my boy. You got the full.
That's all I asked.
You got a full set, man.
I ain't gonna be long-winded, but what is Smitty saying is 100% right. My grandfather, before my grandfather passed away, he told me that the rules of his time have completely went away. Back in his day, you didn't have to have education. The guy that worked the hardest typically made the most money when it come down to the black man. And I remember growing up, he just used to tell us. I remember I worked for his construction company, and he used to work us these 15, 16 hours. Like, I remember it was one time, as a 15-year-old kid, I was crying because I was so tired. I've never been this tired in my life. And he was working me. I mean, like I'm falling asleep before I even hit the pillow. And he was walking me through this journey of what manhood looked like for him. I don't fault him for nothing. I think a lot of my success come today. But me and him started having this conversation before he left this earth. And he said working hard enough is just not good enough in this modern time. So he was literally, teaching me when he was getting ready to leave here that the world have changed and we have to be able to adjust to the new changes because the rules of the past will actually not equal you being successful for the things of the future. And so I get what people are saying and saying, oh, we need to teach them. Yes, the principle of hard work still work. But now we got people who sit behind. I was looking at these streamers, man, like these streamers who just living their life, making millions and millions of dollars. They completely like rehack what we know as how men are supplied in the past. And I'm not telling you not to teach your kids principles. That's not the point that I'm saying. But we have to update how men are moving in today's world so they really can compete. Because like I said, just going out there working is not going to equal you actually having success without the knowledge and power and education behind it. So that's all I want to say.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, D-Rock. My bad. I was on mute. My bad. Go ahead.
No, all that's well and good, but that ain't even what we were talking about. Cause that's right. And it's like just like what Smitty was saying. I'm not knocking it, but what are we? I understand we have to adopt and adapt to the times. I mean, that's like duh. You know what I'm saying? And we can, in that aspect, we can actually learn more from them than we can teach them because they more up on it than us. We coming, we just ain't on that wavelength. So I understand that, but my point is, I'm talking about the morals and the stuff like that. Like you said, the principles. I'm not talking about principles. But that's what me and Smitty was talking about. We were talking about the principles. Those still need to be instilled because those haven't changed.
Ooh.
I know the era has changed, but the reason why people ain't shit because the gender roles ain't got reversed. The lines been blurred between men and women, period. She think just because she make more money than you, she could tell you what to do. No, hell. Who told y'all that?
Okay, so but my question is, so when you say principles, I just kind of want to understand what you're saying. We should be teaching our sons that they should not be having sex to marriage. Should we be teaching that?
If that's what you want, to teach them, he gonna look at your dumb ass and laugh. But if that's what you want to teach them, look, that's an individual thing. I'm not gonna get into what you should and shouldn't be teaching your child because that's on you at the end of the day. What I'm saying is, we should be universally teaching our children how to be better versions of us, so that the next generation will be better versions of them, and that cycle keeps going. We can adapt to what the hell going on around us. You know what I'm saying? In the meantime, in between time, we can do two things at once.
Okay.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. Like a lot when we say we supposed to teach these quote unquote principles, a lot of the men are not living by the principles, so they can't teach it because they're not examples.
So
exactly, we talked about that too.
So to interject, they are living by the principles which they see fit for themselves. Let me remind you that yes, you are a father, you have children, but they become their own individuals at a point in their lives.
Of course they do.
And but that's all we can do is give them the best advice we think is best. But at the end of the day, it got to coexist with what they think is great for them. So if dad likes basketball and I want my son to play basketball, and my son says, "Oh, yeah, I like basketball," he's going to roll with that. But if he likes football or he wants to go be something else, then he's going to go with that no matter what I tell him. So the kids are, and we got to wind this back a little bit. We do have to understand that you are sending your kids out to the system when you're dropping off at school.
And that's why I disagree with you at Ruthless. I don't think kids just do what they want to do. I think they actually do what they was taught. The reason I like football, it wasn't because I liked the football, it's because that was my dad. My daddy believed in football. My daddy put me in football at such a young age that I thought that was the only way. I didn't even think it was an option to play basketball. So I get what you said, that these kids gonna have this independent mindset and do it. But a lot of people follow the directions of their kids. That's why you see a lot of men out there sleeping with women, or a lot of women out there sleeping. Their children do the exact same thing because their parents is the example.
But we do have to agree that most kids live their own lives, right? And more power to them, right? This is a new age. a new generation coming in. When you see the system is pretty much raising your kids. Let's keep it real, right? Because who they go to and who they identify with in the school grounds, after school, during activities,
Hold on,
in
Rufus.
class where they're learning is
If the system is raising
hold
your
on,
child,
I ain't gonna be too much longer. What they're developing, their
You got
friends,
full flow next day, right?
your friend group, and all that stuff is at their discretion. Let that be clear.
And I'm saying that's why I
Hold on. Go ahead, D-Rock.
Hey, I want after D-Rock, please. Thank you.
Gotcha. Go ahead, D-Rock, my bad.
But still, if the society is raising your child or if the system is raising your child, you failed as a parent.
I have to disagree.
Okay, you can disagree, but I'm telling you, you failed as a parent. Because like my child, see, this the thing. Like I get to be a parent, and it's a blessing because when my child come home and telling me some of the stuff that she said, I could be like, no, I understand that that's what they may have taught you in school, and I want you to know that because that's what's going to be on the test. But let me sit you down and tell you the real thing. And I feel so good that this is what I'm a parent for right here, so I can be able to say, no.
Is that D-Rock? D-Block?
Yeah, this D-Rock.
Okay. I agree 100%. Hey, I 100% agree with that. But my point is, it's still at your kid's discretion to take your advice or sound judgment, which you're implying to them and hoping that they imply in their lives. But it's at their discretion. You got to be clear about this.
See, I know, but that's the thing, Rufus. True. Having a conversation with her, I see how she's siding with me within the conversation because she's like, you know what, Daddy, you right. I didn't think about it like that. And I went back and did and I went back and did some research, and you right, and they're wrong. But like I said, now that we know that they're wrong, we ain't even going to worry about that. Still, I want you to retain that knowledge because that's what's going to be on the test. See, you teaching them early on that no, the system is set up a certain type of way. But that's the thing. If we don't know, we can't teach that.
But I know it's Smitty. So D-Rod, the big principle that you said is that your principle was actually lined with facts. It wasn't how you feel. So when she went to go do the research, it was other things pointing that your way was the right way. This is why I think this idea that you just supposed to tell your kids what you feel. They go do research. They pull out this thing called an iPhone and say, my daddy full of shit. That's the point that I'm making.
But
is that you can't just teach your kids anything. But it's on Smitty. It's on Smitty.
Go ahead, Smitty. My bad. It is on you, Smitty. Go ahead.
My bad.
Sign to the chat. Hit the like button.
He probably smoking.
Nah, y'all good. Y'all good. I'm gonna just be quick. Nah, so to what Ruthless was saying, as far as the kids are going to be the kids, the fact is that we have to stop trying to separate ourselves from nature, and we have to stop trying to separate ourselves from the actual natural aspects of how this life is organized and us as organisms in it. All right. The fact is that how you are brought up is usually how you generally will be someone who, turns out a certain way. Now, to break it down in a sense briefly is like there is an in-home influence. All right. So this is the duality, the in-home influence and the out-home influence. The thing that most of us as parents struggle with so much is once our kids step out the door. Let's just be for real. All of the everything we tell them, don't wear this, don't do that, don't say this, don't hang out with these people, everything else. Like, are we ourselves going to act like there weren't certain friends of ours that our parents or our peoples was like, I don't want that nigga around this house? I know I had some friends like that. So, but the fact is that the outside influence of life is the most detrimental part. So my point is this: it's not about society being bad. It's about that's the reflection of our community. So if you're teaching your kid one thing inside the house and then they go outside the home and everywhere outside in their direct community is teaching them everything opposite, that's going to be very conflicting. You see, it's equivalent to everybody telling that mom, telling don't listen to your mother or your father. It's going to be conflicting. So what we have the hardest time dealing with is we are not all on one accord as Black people on how we want to raise our kids and how we want the community overall umbrella to be viewed as. So if everybody has this individuality going on and everybody, well, I raise mine this way, you raise yours that way, I get it. The fact is, we don't tell nobody how to run a household, but like any and everything else in life, when it comes to physics, there is something called cause and effect. Okay, so the cause of us not being all on the same page, at least for the most part, or on a majority aspect of it, that is why we're seeing our children not being able to actually listen to us as the parents, because as soon as they step out the house, it's every opposite influence in the world that's telling them you don't need to listen to your parents, all the way down to the schools in some states. But I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
So I just like to say, good point, Smitty. But to the man point and the other guy, just because you have these talks with kids doesn't mean your daughter's not going to be a gold digger. Doesn't mean she's not going to be a selfish individual, right? It doesn't mean none of that. All you're doing is tell her how to get those grades, make sure you become efficient and become the best version of yourself, and hope that she takes on it. But we do understand, to Smitty's point, that yes, we do want to keep a sound structure in our homes, of course, right? And nobody teaching their kids go out and be this, dog. No, we're going to teach them what we think is successful for them. But once again, right, we teach them because we do have to fight the outside influences, which is the system which they're in. Because you can't. I mean, a lot of those parents trusted the school system, which the school system is teaching a lot of corrupt information, right? So we do understand that they're teaching our kids about the LGBTQ, to respect that, to pour into who you are. You can identify as whatever you want to be, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many things going on, right? So therefore, all our children, when they walk out the house, from the time they turn, 8, 9, till all the way through their adulthood, will have a heavy influence of society. And once again, this will be at their discretion of their personality and what makes them feel good or what makes them great, right? And
now, ruthless.
That's the problem. Go ahead,
Ruthless. What do we as the parents see? That's the point I was going.
We can just show support.
No. See, that's the wrong damn
I'm not
thing.
gonna
That's my
support
point,
that
bro.
bullshit.
What do we as the parents? What do we as the parents see? That's what I'm saying. Us as the OGs, the elders, those of us who are able to sign on the laws and everything else. If they're that way, what gives them the influence and or ability to be able to do so?
So we need to stop.
The last time I checked, it's still us as the elders, the OGs, and those who write the laws of society, bruh.
And we do need to stop pointing to the government then, right? Because these are who we voted for. The people you guys are put in office are the same ones that are promoting dysfunctionality. America is a country of individualism, not togetherness. They are anti-family. So once again, right, you're speaking to the choir, right? We understand what the right thing to do is, and we do. Let me say this: we do.
I got you.
Right. We are preaching to our kids the best way that we see fit for them. We're giving them advice, the best advice possible. But once again, the current structure that we're in, where we live at, is anti everything we teach them. And still we go and vote for them. And we participate in these, events dealing with the political climate. And then at the same time, what do? They go out and say to the LGBTQ community, you're great. What do they do in another instance? Women.
That's the point, Rufus. Everybody.
Hold on.
Let me finish. Let me at least finish this.
Okay, go ahead. You got it.
I'm so sick of everybody trying to say it's everybody else's fault. Everybody else fault. And y'all not teaching y'all kids principle. Y'all got 5 or 6 women running inside your house, and you talking about you teaching your daughter principles. Your your whole action is speaking totally against the principles. That's what's best for your kids. And then our kids are really doing exactly what we doing, and we want to blame the LBG whatever community. I'm telling you, our kids learn our behaviors and our actions from us, and we're not living examples. That's
All
BS.
right.
Somebody we living
Hold on.
examples and they learning from somebody else. Come on.
Hold on,
man.
real quick, Edie, man. Let me bring somebody up, D-Rock. You got it. Hold on.
Come feel with me. Joy is real.
In the building, how you doing, Miss Joy? You got an echo.
Do I?
Yep. Because I can hear myself twice.
Just turn off the YouTube.
Well, turn it down.
She got the open too.
Bro, come on, bro. You know she got an echo. You gonna get to talking loud and shit.
Nigga, you was talking to. I think we fixed it though.
Yeah, there we go. All right. What up, Miss Joy? How you doing?
Do I still have an echo?
Yep.
Yeah.
You got 2 browsers open.
Pages.
Yeah.
I don't have 2 browsers open.
You don't have 2 browsers open? It's your speaker turned up.
Give me a second. I probably got something going on with the speaker.
But you get what I'm saying, Drip. We want to blame everybody else and act like we doing the right thing.
Okay, so look, you landed your plane. Let me let D-Rod get in there. And then Hink, if you want to get in there too. D-Rock gonna go first, and then Hink, you can do it. What up, the Wife's School Podcast?
My mic was echoing. I'm about to change equipment.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, D-Rock, and then Hink.
I don't know what's so hard to understand about. Even if kids have their own individuality, you as a parent, you still got to pour everything that you can pour into that young person until they become an adult and get out there on their own. Because it's not until they get out there on their own that they can actually show you what they've actually retained from what you've taught them.
Right.
And that's what the whole parenting shit is about. Like, of course, they're gonna go their own way or go astray. But like I said, if whatever you're teaching them doesn't hold weight to them and society does, then you failed as a parent.
So, I have a question.
And you know what I'm saying? And out of all my kids, hold on, but out of all my kids, I can't say that I didn't fail as a parent with 1 or 2 of those children.
So here's a question. Do the children have a right to refuse your advice?
Of course, they free spirits. They had a right to refuse.
Okay.
That's what's called being their own individual self. Like they had.
Okay, so once again, right? That's all my foundation of my premises. It's at their discretion.
My kids ain't got that right.
So you have to. We need to stop this. We do need to stop this. We can control them type attitude, right? They do what they feel is best for them, or they think is best for them. Now,
like I said, after a certain age, you can relinquish that. After a certain age, up until then, like they gonna do that all their lives. Them are kids. Children do that. Like if you can be fixing dinner, for instance, and this child don't like green beans, and this child don't like corn. Oh, y'all still finna get this on y'all plate. I don't give a damn about y'all not liking it. I still got to give it to you. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm giving it to you, because it's the vegetables and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's why my role steps in. Like if they just, I don't like corn. Well, okay, then y'all don't like corn. Sooner or later, I'm eventually stop putting what they don't like on their plate.
They gonna
eat that. They gonna eat that broccoli.
I'm not disagreeing that we as parents are trying to. Last point, real quick, and I'm not disagreeing with that as parents. We got to keep trying to hammer it in. What I'm saying is, if this kid refuses your great advice or your great parenting, don't beat yourself over the head about it, though, either.
Oh, of course not. You cut them off. Sometimes you got to cut kids off.
Oh, shit.
All right, hold on.
Go ahead, Smitty. You got it.
He's right about that. What Stan said, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes you just have to like exile. It is what it is, and sometimes that also is the best teaching lesson in life that they can ever receive. Now, to what Ruthless was saying, look, the fact is that like let's say like how y'all was talking about with the vegetables. Oh man, they don't want to eat vegetables. Back in the days, at max, folks like us, we had maybe like what Flintstone tablets. You know what I'm
Come on
saying?
now, vitamin C, Flintstone. Let's
Come
go.
on now, come on now. Them things was good. We used to like eat them like candy. But my point is, nowadays we shouldn't have to go through now, just like I said earlier, to revert back to what I said earlier, modifying how we adjust. It's still the same thing we're teaching that we were taught, but we have to modify it. If they don't want to eat the vegetables, we can make them smoothies. There are all type of different ways to make sure that they still get what they need, but you don't have to make them and force them to sit down at the dinner plate. There are modified ways in which, depending on your individual child and or children, you can go ahead and navigate how you operate and how they receive it. Some of our kids, like mine, she loves broccoli, she loves string beans, she loves spinach. She loves it. You know what I'm saying? But if you have to go ahead and your kids don't like broccoli, string beans, and spinach, you can possibly give it to them in a smoothie form. You can give it to them in a gummy form. There are everything that we have nowadays. There
But
are
that's what
no
I'm saying.
excuses.
That's called
We
adapt.
have to go ahead and modify to land it. We have to modify how we go ahead and give what we give to our children, from food for thought all the way down to the food itself. I digress.
Nah, you gonna eat this broccoli. You gonna eat this broccoli that I put on your plate. Like I don't know what happened to people being parents. Like you gotta adapt. No, certain things I need you to stand on it because you're gonna have to do things that you don't like doing. It's just funny. Now it is a magic thing to happen that you go from I'm your parent to your unpaid advisor. And he said children. He didn't say young adults. Now, young adults can make certain decisions. Nah, children, you under my authority. You ain't making no decisions around here until you become a young adult.
So here's the question I have for you, Eda Man. Are men a monolith?
You're gonna be wasting food.
Are men a monolith? I think nobody's a monolith.
Okay, so then children are not a monolith either, correct?
Nobody's a monolith.
Okay, then therefore it's different strokes for different folks.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's the same thing for every last one of them.
No, it's not, because different kids learn differently. Different kids receive differently. This is why you have levels of certain things that people evaluate. Right? Some kids have learning disorders. Some kids have ADHD. Right? Some kids are geniuses. So you can't sit here and pick one size fit all. Now
yes, I can.
You can't.
Yes, I can.
Because you can't raise nobody else's kids but yours, right?
No.
Hold on. You can't come tell my kids nothing, nigga. That's my point, right? That's my point to you. I'm not saying maybe your kids, but you're speaking as if you can compare all our kids. No, you can't.
I could.
So what I'm saying is,
I definitely could.
How we parent, our parenting style that we see as parents that are suitable to the success of our children, that's what we're going to lean to. And I'm not going to do what Eda Man do. Eda Man might do one thing. If my man Smitty say, hear these Flintstone vitamins, dang, ain't nothing wrong with that. So bottom line is we don't, and this is a part in a black community that's very bad, right? We do a lot of criticizing the things that we don't need to be criticizing, right? And granted, there are some things that we need to fix. But hey, you cannot fault a parent for trying to at least have the most healthy form of household that's possible. And because we do know a lot of dudes are happy wife in it, happy life in it. So we do understand that there's some will be happy children, happy life, right? So
that's the point that I'm telling you, Ruthless. See, that's the problem in the black community is you keep making all these concessions and then you complain about the results that you get later. That's the point that I'm saying. It's like the reason that we're in the situation is because y'all keep changing what the standard's supposed to be. And then I get on these platforms.
So wait. Hold on. Let me do this real quick because we got two people that ain't said nothing. Shout out to Miss Joy, who just hit the panel. I think Hank was changing his microphone or something. Miss Joy, how you feeling?
Stop me halfway. Go ahead, Miss Joy.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear. No echo. You good?
No echo. Okay. I'm just sitting back listening. I ain't got nothing to add right now.
Okay. Shout out to Miss Joy in the building, man. Make sure y'all spam Miss Joy chat. Link in the chat. Immediately. Y'all gonna follow Miss Joy. She funny as hell. She be having some good shit going on over there for real, for real. And by the way, I was the first member to ever join the membership. Yep. And you through. So, Miss Joy says she ain't got nothing to say. So, eat a man.
Yeah, the only point that I'm saying is when I hear the men on the place complaining about women, complaining about what society is, and they're not making the change and the impacts in their own house, they just saying it is what it is. You become complainers and not problem solvers, right? I think the best thing, the best women that I can control and develop are the young women in my house, the young ladies inside of my house, right?
They're your kids.
But that's the point that I'm telling you is when we having this kids conversation, if you're not even willing to develop the kids that's in your house, why you sit here complaining about the kids in other people's house? If that's the case, that we ain't no monologue.
Okay.
Monolith, not monologue.
He just
said monologue.
Well, we're not complaining. Once again, right? To make this round us out quickly, no matter how you look at it, there will always be a minority of degeneracy, but great majority of average, and a minority of wealthy rich. That's what the numbers will always be. It's never going to change. I don't care how you want to try to parent the parenting. So, as parents, how our parenting style in our household, what we see efficient to run our household, is our responsibility, our shoulder, because we're paying the motherfucking bills. Now, unless you want to come pay the bills, then maybe we can have a conversation, right? But you ain't even do that. So therefore, what we need to do is focus on our own house, keep our house as best we can. And to gentlemen, if our kids reject our wisdom, then we can just pray for them. That's all I can say, right? We just pray for them. Because there will be a level of rebellion in every kid that's ever born. And we have to accept that fact.
And that's a lie. That's the point that I'm trying to tell you. This idea that every kid's going to rebel, most of the time, you're not walking the walk or doing the thing as a man. That's why your kid's rebelling from you. Like this idea that you as an example doesn't matter and you can tell your kids they won't listen. Most of y'all guys are rebelling from God. And that's why y'all kids are rebelling from y'all.
What? Nigga, you sound like Pastor Marvin Winans, nigga.
Well, call me Pastor Eden, if that's what y'all want to call it today. But I'm just telling you, like, y'all rebel from God and say, why is my kids? Why is my wife? Why is these people rebelling from me? It's because you're sowing rebellion.
All right, let me let Hank get in there. What's good, Hank? You back? Can I get a mic check 1, 2? Did Hank drop down? What up, Trucker? Yeah.
He's still there.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Hell yeah, what up, boy?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Hey, you cooking today, sir? You cooking today? You cooking today? Eat it, man. You cooking?
Man, you gonna sit up here and lie to this nigga? That is insane.
But I swear, Drip is the biggest hater I got. But I'm gonna make.
He my biggest hater too.
I'm gonna start calling you Drip the hater.
It's cool. I ain't fucked up about it. Nigga, guess what? Your name Eda Derailer. God damn it. Shit. Yeah.
I'm on topic. I don't know why you keep hitting me with these sayings that's not me. First I was talking like the woman. Now you saying I'm derailing.
See,
when I came up here to literally stayed on topic because I knew it didn't matter what I say, you're gonna say I derailed the whole conversation. It don't matter what I say. I derailed.
And get what? Nigga, you did. Again the days. Fuck you talking about? Come on. Bro, I didn't say, bro. Anyway, eat it, man.
Man, cooking.
Go ahead, Truck.
Go ahead,
Truck. Yeah. I agree 1,000% with what he's saying. Like, what happened to the families where they enforce the shit, like, and law and order, like, nigga, you not leaving this table until you finish your food. Now, it was me saying you keep blended up. That's a good thing too. But like either man, a lot of people they just I'm like they just be like, oh, I'm done with food.
You sound like Megatron, nigga.
Yeah, truck.
Is something wrong with is something wrong with your mic, Trucker Yell?
He on that Bluetooth, I think.
Yeah, he probably is.
F that,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, there you go.
Now,
like you talking to the ocean.
Truck, we ain't here by 47 seconds of what you just said, brother.
I'm going. My bad. I'm in the mountain, so forgive me.
Okay,
But
yeah, your ass in the mountains. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm all the way in Utah right now.
Oh,
but yeah, he was cooking like what happened to the parenting where parents you have to do what I say and that's law and order. Ain't no you gonna finish food the next day or the next 2 days. Nah, you get up out that seat, I'm gonna put the ass. Point blank, I don't understand it. Like I really don't. I like trying to.
But now, cause see, you say it's bad parenting, but see, this how I messed up. I'm trying, cause I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. So I'm trying to give my son a peanut butter sandwich. He like, nah, I don't want that shit. I'm like, nigga, you finna eat this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I made this thing look all good like mine. It look better than mine. Come to find out, he got a peanut allergy. This nigga can't eat. He can't eat the shit. So what I'm saying is, you have to know when. It's not so much the child trying to be rebellious. The child might not like the shit for whatever reason.
Got a broccoli allergy too, and a green bean allergy.
Come on, Edie, man.
Spinach.
You know, people
I get what
being
he said. I'm just
allergic to
playing
peanuts
around. Like,
is
why you
common.
always want to be serious on my comments? That's all I want to know.
I'm on your neck, nigga.
He'll never
I'm
say
on your
come on.
neck, E.
He never said come on the ruthless. He never said come on the heat. It's only come on E.
Hey,
Go ahead, D-Rock.
But can
I'm
we
saying
also?
you're right because
Can we
certain
also?
things.
I'm fucking with you.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Some things kids have a certain texture they don't like. They don't like certain textures of food. So you know what I mean, you got to be paying attention to your child. You can't just be you better do this and you better do that. I'm saying it's a delicate balance when you're dealing with these kids. That's all I was saying.
Yeah, like
Can
so
we?
I have.
I
Hold on,
real
E.
quick.
Let me let
Go
Smitty
ahead.
get in there real quick, E. You got it,
Real
my boy.
quick, E.
Go ahead, Smitty.
So
Let me get next after him.
All right.
To slightly compliment what Stan is saying, we need to remember all of that. Like, nah, you're not getting up till you eat. We got to remember this is also back during the days where like there were no other options. That was all we had. A lot of us might have been really struggling. So now a lot of us is so called in this like we like entrepreneurs, we getting that bag, we 6 figures, we all of that. Shouldn't be no problem for you to go ahead and adjust that meal for your child now. We're not back in the days where all we had was that, you know what I'm saying, baked chicken and peas and that bland ass rice. We have all the options in the world now, along with the resources and finances to actually go ahead and adjust our diets. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
No. So Smitty, I adjust that. So I got 2 rules. You sit at my house, table, you eat, and you say you full. I'm putting your plate in the microwave. And if you come back 20 minutes, an hour, and say that you hungry, you gonna eat the food that your mama spent over that stove. I'm not gonna force you to eat in that moment. But if you get hungry again, I'm not making you a peanut butter jelly sandwich when your mama made some
Ain't
food.
nothing wrong with leftovers, E. Ain't nothing wrong with leftovers. I don't think nobody up here disagree with leftovers, E.
No, I'm just saying, like,
spaghetti and fried chicken leftovers is bomb.
No, the point that I'm making is I'm not about to make an exception and make something different. Especially if my wife done cook 3 hours, you gonna eat that food, whether you gonna eat it. And I think the reason we got overweight problems in the black community is because we was forced to eat when we wasn't hungry. So I'm not gonna force my kids to eat. That's the truth. But when you get hungry, you gonna eat what she prepared. I'm not making another meal for you. And you ain't living in no damn royal. You ain't no house over here that you can just get whatever meal you want at whatever time.
So E, if your kid doesn't like a particular meal that your wife cooked, you're gonna force them to eat it?
No, I didn't force them. I let them get up from the table and they go. But when they come back and they hungry, hello.
Listen to my question.
I said no.
I said if your kid doesn't like a meal your wife cooked, and he said, I can't eat this. I'm not going to eat this. Are you going to force them to eat it?
I said no.
Okay,
I am
so
not
then,
going. Hold on. Let me answer it in full. If they say, "Hey, I don't want to eat," it's real simple.
because I
I'm
don't like
saying,
it.
"Hey, hold on, wait, listen. Let me answer your question. You asked me a question and don't want me to answer it. I'm gonna say you don't have to eat it now, but today, if you get hungry, I'm gonna go warm that food up that's in the microwave, and you put that thing down in front of you, and you gonna eat that food.
That's not the
I'm
question
not
I asked
making
you.
a new meal for you.
That's not the question I asked you.
That is the question you said is I'm gonna
No, it's
force
not.
them to
I
eat
said
it.
no. Let me answer the question again so you can hear clearly. I said if they do not like the meal your wife cooked, that means they don't like it. It tastes nasty to them, and they don't want to eat it. Are you going to force them to eat it?
I'm not going to force them. Listen, because
Hey,
they have the option not to eat nothing today and go to sleep. That's the
hey, nah,
point.
nah. Hey,
I'm not.
E, hey, E,
I'm not
hey,
for.
E.
Hold on.
Can
Let me
can I?
finish though. Everybody been asking me to be respectful, and I'm the only one that get cut off halfway in sentence. He asked me a question. They can go to sleep, and they don't have to eat anything tonight. But I know that my wife cook healthy meals that's good for their body. She's not just cooking no BS. So what it comes down to is you eat what she desired, or you go to sleep and you can eat in the morning. Something else.
Hey, E. Let me help you out, right? Like real quick, all right? And I can't believe I'm actually about to contribute to something Ruthless has to say. This is like really blowing my mind right now. So look, right, my daughter is the absolute prime perfect example of such a picky ass eater. All right, I will never forget the day when I found out somehow or another she wasn't raised that way or anything. Both of her parents are carnivores. She does not like red meat. She don't like ground beef. I'll never forget when I made spaghetti. I found out that my daughter only likes to eat spaghetti, absolute plain noodles with nothing but butter and garlic powder. That's it. Nothing else. And she doesn't even want a fork, fingers. Now, okay, my point is when I kept trying to make food a certain way and say, you're going to eat this, you know what I found out? Food kept being wasted. You know what she did? She actually got me basically to kind of be like, you know what? I'm gonna just ask you what you want for dinner at this point because I'm sick of food being wasted. We
That's
don't have that
crazy.
kind of money, dog. I mean,
That's
I'm
crazy.
serious. She will real deal let the I'm serious. You will come back and the food is not touched. And you can do all of the whatever. Now, what do I do? Do I start putting a hand up against her head or something like that? Do I start spanking her, or do I just
No.
recognize? Right, no,
Everybody
exactly.
be
Come on,
on.
come on, come on.
That's
Rhetorical
awful.
now. You know what I'm
Oh, I'm
saying?
sorry.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is that we know that's not the answer. I just spoke about that earlier. We know that's not the all the way complete answer to things. So what we have to do is adapt and adjust. The fact is, even down to when E said, I can be all of y'all kids' parent. No, the heck you can't, E. And the reason why is because those of us who actually have multiple kids, I don't, but I know people who have multiple kids, they treat each individual child that's even their own different. Each one of their children has to be treated and specialized in how they are treated and how they bring up and how they are in the upbringing. Like my parents did not treat me how they treat my sisters and my brother. They didn't. Like our it was just different. I'm not even gonna say more harsh. It was just a different mold to mold us as men and to mold them as women. You see what I'm saying? So nah, dog. The fact is, even down to parents, we have to signify each individual child and what that child needs in particular. Your child that has autism doesn't need the same attention that your child that doesn't. I digress. My mic is muted. Respect to the family.
Yeah, no, so oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I have just a little bit of pushback because while I do totally understand where you coming from as far as like, children gonna like different things or whatever, and with your daughter the noodles, I understand that example, right? But my thing is, oh, okay, that is true. My thing is like what I try to teach my children, while I do bend with certain things, like okay, if I know you just want your noodles plain, as soon as I finish cooking the noodles, I'm gonna put you some to the side before I mix it in with the rest of the spaghetti. I can make certain small adjustments.
Nah, that's facts. No, that's what I do.
But at
Yeah.
the same time, when they go to school, and they go to get lunch at the school, they only gonna have certain options available to them. They're not gonna be able to tell the people at the lunch house like, nah, I don't want this, I want
That's
that,
a fact.
all this, and that's just a part of life. You're not gonna always be able to get what you want, and you have to learn how to deal with that and to make those concessions within yourself to be able to adjust without having to affect everybody else. Because I even tell my kids, like, if you're gonna have situations where you're gonna be with a group of people and they're all trying to figure out something to eat, and everybody's gonna want to eat something that you don't want. So what you gonna do? Get mad at your friends and be like, nah, I want to go to Red Lobster, y'all want to go to Applebee's. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Catch an attitude. Like you have to learn how to, you know what I'm saying, teach that child. In my opinion, I try to teach them to bend on their end, because all the bending ain't gonna come from me.
Yeah,
and
but
I also feel like, to back up what he is saying, and then I'm gonna land my plane. Children are not gonna starve themselves. So if you don't eat dinner tonight because you don't want to eat the fish that I made, because my kids be on that same type of time. Oh, I don't eat this, I don't eat that. Okay, that's fine. Go to bed, baby, and you'll eat breakfast. Because I guarantee you, a child is not gonna starve themselves. I throw out, they're gonna eat.
Yeah, but it's Shanika. I learned this in the military. When I was in the military, there was a whole bunch of bougie niggas telling me they weren't gonna eat that military food. And guess what? Week 2, I see we couldn't stop them from eating that military food. They was in there eating so fast. Listen, they was like, "Oh my God, this food's so good." It's because they broke their mindset, the limitation that you gonna do what you want to do. And I'm just telling you, I'm telling you, it took a week. Some people it took 24 hours in the military. Some people they held out for a week. But eventually, you're gonna have to change, and it's not always your way. And I think that's why a lot of kids are spoiled,
You
because
know,
parents are caving to the kids.
You know something,
Yeah, but
man. That's a good example, Hank. I'm gonna give you the floor right now. You know, the same thing happens in prison. Like you either eat or you starve. Same thing in the military. You eat or you starve. We're not talking about the dynamics of when you don't have a choice. You know, the main thing that my whole message has been this entire night, I don't know anybody else, my whole message consistently this entire night has been, we have to know how to adjust and adapt to how we still give them exactly what it is that we came up to. So if we came up to vegetables, we need to figure out how to give it to them in whatever form that fits that individual child or dynamic that you have in particular. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out, Hank.
Hank, go
so
ahead.
so this is the thing about it though. I think Rock said earlier. I said it. Y'all some punk ass parents. Y'all some goddamn punk ass parents. So when Edie Man was saying, I don't disagree. Look here, when them ribs start touching, they'll figure it out. They will figure it out. Now you talking about Smitty? You talking about wasting money? Dog, you spending more money because you making adjustments. Now you cooking 2-3 different meals in order to appease each child. So how much money you think you spending when you do that? You spending more. Hell no. Is it worth it? Because they a little disappointed. Okay, now what Shanika said, I can agree with. If your daughter, you're making spaghetti, and she, you know she likes plain noodles, well, here's some plain noodles for you. Go and get you a couple scoops out of there, put it in a bowl on a plate, docked it up how you want to, but we gonna eat this goddamn spaghetti with these big ass fist full of meatballs. If your vegetarian asshole on it, then that's on you.
I get you because
That's on you.
No.
Let me finish. I don't interrupt nobody. I just sit back and chill. I'll let you long-winded motherfuckers go. So allowing that to happen like that, man, we can't do that. Now, y'all was also talking about these schools you worry about indoctrination. Then homeschool your kids. If you worried about what they teaching your kids at school and you don't like it, homeschool your kids. Or you could go even further. Join the PTSA and figure out what's being said. Because everything that the curriculum is about to talk about, they're about to teach your kids, they're going to talk about the PTSA. Another thing is pay attention to the documentation that your kids get their photos when they send them home. You're not paying attention to them. You don't pay attention to the point that they are docking your kids' grade points because they need for you to sign the papers. Either you want your kids involved in everything that the school has, whether you want them to allow them to take pictures of you, they're gonna what they're gonna teach in your class. They sending that shit at home on the first 2 days, but you're not paying attention. You know what you're doing with that paperwork? You're throwing it away. You're not looking at it. You're not looking through it. You're not paying attention to it. You're throwing it away. Oh, it's just some bullshit. They trying to find some way to collect more money from me. No, dog. They are telling you what they're about to put into your children's head, and if you're okay with it, sign off.
If you're not, don't sign off. They won't participate. But you got to get more involved. That's the key. Be more involved with what's going on with your kids. It means you got to vet your kids' friends. I did that for my son. I vetted a friend. I don't agree with them. Now, I can't stop them from hanging with them at school. But please believe me, that boy won't be coming over here.
Yup.
That boy won't be, you won't be seeing him. He won't be hanging out with him. You won't be spending the night. He won't spend the night over here because I don't agree with how he's raised, how things are moving, how they are operating. Now, if it's my family members, then that's a different story. Then I'm going to make the adjustment. Nephew, you come on over here because he's not coming over your house. I know what y'all do over there. So now I got nephew over here. So now I can put my influence on my nephew or on his little cousins or on his other relatives. But as far as his friends, I can adjust. No, you're not coming. No, you're not going over there. I'll leave it there.
And you can whoop your nephew if it get out of hand, right?
Yes, I can. I can lay
absolutely. I just want to make that clear.
I'm popular friends too. Because my son, he like to do sleepovers for his birthday party, and I have a conversation with all of their parents beforehand. Like, look, I'm for the parent your child the same way I parent mine, and if you got a problem, don't leave him over here.
So I have to interject in a way is every parent has their style, man. And I'm not here, and I'm not going to go around and try to check every parent and say, this is what you need to do. Neither am I going to name call because that's the way they style is. Some parents are adaptable. Some parents are proactive. Some parents are, like Eden Man and Hink, very authoritarian, right? My way or the highway, or I'm going to make you do this. Fine, right? How you run your household, how you run your household. But my point is, if it doesn't succeed, don't beat yourself over the head. Because at the end of the day, it's at the discretion of the children to live their lives. And there's going to come a time when they're going to be able to take what they learn from you and then what they learn from their school and their friends, and they're going to make the decision best for their life. And they're going to live life the way they see happy. And that's a fact of the matter.
But didn't Ruthless start complaining about the results that you're getting from not parenting your kids the way that me and Hank is talking? We have no problem with y'all guys doing what you want to do, but we hear y'all get on these panels for 6-7 hours, talk about why the women can't follow authority, can't do this, and you just let your children do whatever. And then you advocate for it. That's all I'm saying. Is if that's the case, kids gonna do whatever they want to do. Stop complaining about the results that's out there in the world. That's all I'm saying.
So for the record, we're not complaining. What we're doing is we are calling out a problem and we're sharing information so that we can best address it. Now, some people are complaining, some people are not complaining. But the fact of the matter is, this place is for a space for us to hash out the things that we assume is problematic. And that's it, right? So nothing wrong with that, right?
But can you agree that what you're saying, letting these kids have all this authority, is going to be the opposite of what you're saying that you want in a woman?
First of all, I ain't letting no kid have no authority, right? This is what God created them to be, right? The kid will have their own autonomy. They will have their own way of thinking. They will grow into adults, right? That's
perfect. Rufus, hold on. If you just keep what you said, don't women have that right too that you just said?
I'm just saying is children have their own mind and it's at their discretion to listen to what the parents teach them. And you're not God and you don't run them like that. Just be happy that you got kids that listen to you. But
I get what you're saying. That means that applies to when they become older as younger women, right?
No.
See, that's the point. If we don't instill it to them as a kid, how do we expect them to change when they become adults?
They're not. Okay, so Eden Man, all I'm saying is this, right? When we're instilling in our kids, we're giving them the best advice suitable for them. It's still at their discretion. Now, as your parent, you're doing your job when you are providing for them the proper information. So if you're providing to your daughter, baby, this is how you want to be respectable to men that you deal with, and you want to provide to your son, this is how you need to be respectable to your peers, and you want to be this. And hopefully that they take that advice and imply it. But once again, it's at their discretion.
No. So Rufus, I think hold on. I think what you miss what I'm saying. You raise your daughters to believe happy wife, happy life their whole life. Happy kid, happy life. Happy kid, happy life. Then when they become an adult, you say, hey, she's supposed to abandon this happy kid, happy life, quote unquote, happy wife, happy life, and she's supposed to change and be under the authority of a man. As her father, why didn't you teach her to obey authority as a child?
As a father, I am teaching her that. But once again, it's at her discretion.
That's
right?
crazy.
So we
Do you understand what I'm saying? Obviously, he missed it.
So what you don't understand is this, right? I hear what you're saying. Do we want to give our kids the best advice available? Yes. That's our job as parents, to make sure that when they do wrong, we correct it so we can properly protect them. But once again, when they go to school, you drop them off at school, or when they leave your house to go to school, and they're dealing with the kids at school and how they react to things at school, that's on them. They're going to have to imply what they see fit to, interact in that school. And then it just carries on until their adulthood. That's all we can do. That's it.
I'm just saying,
Yeah,
what I'm learning.
that sound.
I think what I'm learning, I let him get it, is y'all raising the women that y'all complaining about.
I just want to read this one comment real quick with the White School Podcast. Shout out to you, baby. She said, if we can't accommodate our children, then who will? That's how the outside gets in and can infiltrate. So learn and grow with your children. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, that's not true.
Yeah.
So when we make too many accommodations, they think the world's supposed to accommodate about everything. And see, that's the lie we selling them. If you think the world's going to go ahead and make all these accommodations for you as a child, as an adult, no, they're not. They're going to do just the opposite. Nobody's going to make no accommodation for you. They're going to tell you what it is, and it's either you like it or get the hell on. That's what's going to happen.
I didn't mean to interject.
No, you good, man.
Okay, I also wanted to respond to this comment. She said, y'all adults act like y'all will sit and eat something nasty at a restaurant. Nah, y'all don't continue to eat. You send it back to the shelf. Sounds a little hypocritical.
All right, let me respond.
Oh, go ahead.
Let me respond to that. So check this out. When my kids start paying for the meals that my wife cooks, send it back. But as long as I'm paying for them, we ain't sending it back. Like, it'd be a totally different conversation if our kids paid for it. We're talking about what I bought with my money versus what somebody gifted to me.
Hey, you don't stop it like you don't buy all your kids different cereals.
I don't.
Somebody like Trix, somebody like Cocoa Pops. Yeah. What y'all, just stop it, E.
Listen, my kids, my wife is, she can tell them that my kids eat the cereal that you like. Do you buy those special cereals for each kid?
No.
Absolutely not. What are you talking about? We don't do that. No, my wife eat Cheerios, and guess what they eat? Cheerios.
So for the record, I don't eat cold food. I don't eat cold food, so it means that cereal I'm not eating at home. Now at work, I eat crunchy Raisin Bran. That's what I eat at work with some 2% milk. But
that's what your kids gonna eat, Hank?
What's that?
That's what your kids gonna eat? What you eat? Eat what you eat?
We eat. My wife cooks me eggs and bacon and pancakes. 3 pancakes, 3 eggs, and 3 slices of bacon.
Yes.
Okay, but when it comes to the cereal,
that's what I eat. I don't eat cold meals on the weekends.
But your kids can't eat cold meals. So that means your kids can't eat cold meals?
No, they don't have to eat cold meals. They gonna eat what I eat. We eat together. We're gonna break bread together. Now, if that's all you can, if you can afford to only eat cereal, then so be it. I mean, that's on you. But I'm not. That's not what we're doing in our house.
Oh, so you can't have no Cocoa Puffs?
Oh, you being a clown? That's it. I'm not eating Cocoa Puffs. No, buddy. I mean, that's what you eat. Is that what they said? You don't lock up?
I'm talking about the kids.
No,
I'm talking about kids. They can't have no three brothers.
Look, do you think? Let me ask you this. I don't have most of y'all kids. My son is,
okay. So you want to work out now?
Our youngest is 17. Hey, mute for a second, brother. My youngest is 17, right? And the next one up is my son. He's 20. He don't want. He rather eat a
I'm just joking.
Now, maybe you talking about somebody elementary age, they okay with cereal. They may look at eggs like, oh no, I don't want no eggs. Shit, they don't know what they missing. Matter of fact, they saving me money if they don't eat them eggs. I say good, more for me.
Are you gonna make them eat it? You gonna make them eat it? Either man said they gonna eat that shit or else.
No, look, if they decide they want to eat the eggs, I'm okay with that. I'm gonna say it again, Rufus. They saving me money.
Okay,
you know,
okay.
Eggs cost way more than that box of cereal.
Facts. I'm saying like this, right? My kids don't have to eat
Hey, real quick, because I'm going to get up out of here. I just wanted to, thank the hostess. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for letting me grace the stage. I appreciate you. I just want to let my brother Hank know. Brother Hank, yes, I was raised on cream of wheat, oatmeal, and grits / farina. Okay, all right. But at the end of the day, let me try to feed that to my daughter. I'm going to let you know now. Yes, sir. Me adjusting to the diet is worth the budget when it comes to the headache that I won't have. I refuse to have a headache. So I'm just going to buy her what the hell she wants, and that's just going to be what it is. I digress. My mic is muted. Much respect to the family. Thank you for having me, everybody. Happy holiday.
All right, now, Smitty. I mean, Redskins ain't shit. But
hold it down, brother.
Indeed.
I hate EB, my dad, boy. Boy, you better eat that nasty food. Ooh, ain't no way.
They really don't know.
I don't force my kids to eat anything, but if they choose not to eat, then that's fine. You don't have to eat it. I'm just not cooking you a whole separate meal. Like I'm not.
Right. You just might make them a sandwich, or something
I'm
simple.
not even gonna make them a sandwich. They gonna have to do it themselves or get out my face. Like I'm not doing it.
How old are your kids? How old are your kids?
No, even when they were younger, I still wasn't doing it. Like I taught my kids
to make their own food.
And I taught them how to cook at a young age so that they can be self-sufficient. So if they don't want to eat what I prepare for them, they're more than welcome to go and cook something else to eat. But I'm not cooking 3 meals just because I want to cater to each person's taste buds.
So at 8 years old,
most people don't have money like that, though, Rufus. That's the real key. Most people don't have the money they can afford to buy 3 different meals to fix for these kids. They don't. Well, they getting by how they getting by, and this one meal is gonna have to stretch. You're gonna make it work. Hopefully they plan hoping we get some leftovers out of it. Maybe we get a second day out of this meal. Let alone trying to fix them 3 different meals. That's crazy.
I ain't going that far, but if my kid doesn't like, one kid don't like sausage, and that's been clear, and we understand that, I'm not going to force him to eat the sausage. And then he said, I like bacon, then we're going to make some sausage, we're going to make some bacon, we're going to do it like that. But I agree, I'm not going to do the whole, most kids ain't going to dislike everything, but I'm just saying certain things, right? Certain things.
I get you.
Yeah, well, look, I agree with you. I ain't finna go ahead and I don't like nothing, and we're going to go, I ain't finna go.
Well, guys, I'm gonna get up out of Shanika. Thanks for having me. Drip, thanks for having me. My baby girl got a flag football game at 7, so I got to get out of here and get to it.
Yes, appreciate you for coming through all the time.
Enjoy.
Oh no, for sure. Y'all take care. Have a good one.
Same to you. Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like I try to make sure that. Oh.
My bad.
No, you good. I was just trying to, with my kids, I just try to make sure that whatever, because and I said this before, and that's how it kind of stemmed into this show altogether. Like when I'm around my friends and even with parenting my own kids, I try to think about how it translates to adulthood. And so, I don't want them to be entitled. I don't want them to be disrespectful to authority of any kind. And so that's why, I'm saying, I take that perspective of like, hey, you're not going to always get what you want in life, and you're going to have to just suck it up and deal with it. Sometimes you're going to be able to make little changes or do things to satisfy yourself. And sometimes you're just going to be completely disappointed and there's nothing you can do. And you're going to have to be able to deal with it without crashing out.
Now, I 100% deal with that. I 100% agree with that. Like, I do that to my daughter, right? But when it comes to like simple things, like food, stuff like that, ain't no big deal. But like you said, she wants certain things. I tell her no, because I understand, like you said, that I have to try to teach her that everything you see, you ain't going to get. So I agree with you on that. There has to be a level of responsibility on our part, not to try to overly, go acquiesce to all their likings. I agree. Yeah. So yeah, there is the level of parenting there, but at the same time, though, right, we still have to be understanding that we as parents, we got a lot on our plate too. Still, even when parenting, right, we still got to pay the bill. We still got to go make the money. We still got to make sure we deal with, all the things at school. We got to. It's just a lot. So there's going to be things we miss.
I want to give a quick shout out to Vanta. Thank you for joining us on the panel today. How you doing?
Hello, Shanika. Can you hear me?
Yes. It's always a pleasure to have you. My question is, because a lot of people talk about, with regards to how we parent children nowadays, and they say, oh, why do we have to raise the children and struggle? Why can't I give my child everything that they want? Why should we force them to struggle just because we struggled growing up? And that's not cool. But my thing is, do we not see the benefit of the struggles, and how it translated to adulthood, having those obstacles and being able to overcome them and strategize, and like you don't think that builds character in any kind of way?
I personally believe in
of course it does.
For kids. Beat them kids. Beat them.
Hey, we ain't talking about that.
Just like I did, because I come from African parents. If I act a fool, I get beat. If I fail my class,
I get off beat. You and
listen, the Western world has failed raising kids because the Western parents are too soft. You have to be harder, man. Soft. Be hard on the kids. Like, yes, I'm not saying be abusive, but at the same time, reward them at the right time. Don't just give them anything. Like, if they fail, if they become like a C- student, give them a little lash in the switch. Get the switch out. A little lash. If they become A-star students, then buy them a video game or something well worth the kids' happiness.
Okay, so
go ahead.
Just for the sake of conversation, because I want to entertain what you're saying for the people that are listening and may possibly.
I'm just serious, brother. I'm just serious. I'm not even joking.
How do you structure that type of discipline? Are you giving a specific number of licks? Are you controlling the situation with the device that you use to impart that beating? Like, are you using your hands versus a belt versus are you just grabbing whatever? Like, how do you control it to where you're not going overboard and actually abusing your child?
It depends how severe is the failure. Like, if they're failing school, then it has to be like a light switch. Again, it depends on the age as well. Like, what age are we talking, Shanika? Again,
seventh grade, 12 years old.
12. Oh, god damn, 12. Ooh, 12 years old. 12 years old. I would, at that point, beating kind of becomes minimalized. I would, because my parents used to confiscate things from me. Confiscate. Like, just take what the child, like today. What's the kids thing today? Phones, right? Phones, tablets, laptop. Right. Take all that shit away. Because in the early 90s, what my mom used to do? Because my father used to work overseas. It's like, yeah, your father took your Sega, he took your Game Boy, he took everything. Even though she kept it in the closet, I believed her. Because, oh my god, that man took all my stuff. He's like, yeah, until you get your A's and you do your chores, your homework, you won't get your stuff back. Maybe that's what you guys need to do. Like, just be like subterfuge, like ninja style. Just hide and make sure the things are gone. Tell them you sold it, on whatever. Like, just make them panic and say, I want it back. Well, if you want it back, come correct. Am I talking crazy, or is that like an old system? Can that be applied in 2025 for these Gen, what they call now, Gen Alpha? These new age little babies. Yeah, I don't honestly, like, my niece and nephews are in the same age bracket. Like, me and my sister, we always talk about, like, how do we punish these kids? Like, it's a whole different ballgame. 12 years old until what, 18? That's hard, man. That's hard. I don't know.
Because I was going to ask you, at what age do you bring in a Switch? Because the Switch feels kind
No,
of...
no. Because after you meant, like, from the age of, like, what, like 6 until 12, like that time period is when you put hardcore discipline in kids.
Wow, at 6? So
Yep.
in kindergarten, you beating them with a Switch?
Again, not like hard, I'm saying it's like a light whack. You failed your assignment, come correct. And as they get older, you add more intensity to the punishment. You add more intensity. Your voice has to be a bit more harsher. Just show a sign of threat, because you don't want your children to be your best friend. You want them to be kind of like
hell no.
Not even scared.
12 to
18. Respect.
12 to 18, you supposed to be squaring up on their like
exactly.
Like
see, that's exactly. At the age of 14, when my father was like throwing the whip, I grabbed that whip. I'm like, never again, and he stopped. He's like, nope. This man just stopped me from whipping him. I can't beat him anymore. Like, my father gave up beating me. But guess what? My parents did. They said, if you don't fail your education, you either get kicked out of the house or you go work. We're not going to provide for you anymore. We're not buying you shit. We're going to help you. Either you pass your lessons, or you get the hell out of here, or you go to work. It was simple as that. And I say that's an African, Shanika. That's my African point of view. Yeah, because we have our culture. We have way more harsher standards than the average African American, in my opinion. But yeah. That's my POV.
Yeah, I don't know. Because I feel like I would do some popping. Like, I would pop with my hands, maybe up until kindergarten, and then at that point, like, because I've stopped at, like, I beat my kids with a belt, like, for a little second, but it was very short lived. Like, my kids can count on one hand the number of times they've gotten a spanking, because I just didn't want to be in a situation where I allowed my anger to take over and I did too much. And so, like, originally I would be like, well, to try to control myself, one, I would make sure I wouldn't do it when I was angry. And two, it would always be a specific number of hits. Like, you're just going to get 5 pops and then that's it. Like, whatever. And I would, till they got to, and then depending on how old they were. But yeah, after a while, they started getting too big. And it was like, that was just a waste of time. So I'm just like, not even.
Shanika, you know what was the scariest moment for me, like between the age of 12 and 16? It was that long car ride between, when your parents go to, like, parents-teacher evenings, you speak to your teacher and they say, oh, your son is failing, blah, blah. And then your parents look at you, right? They give that look, like, watch what happens when you get home. And then that long car ride, that silence. And then you have to anticipate the punishment all the way till you get home. That shit still gives me, like, a PTSD.
But I don't know. I didn't want to, because see, I grew up getting beatings for every little thing. Like, me and my cousin would joke about our family motto: for every problem, you just need a beating to resolve it. Like, whatever the issue was, just whoop their ass and that'll fix it. And I didn't want to be like that with my kids, but I did have, like I said, a handful of moments where I did, pop their ass. But, like, I would try to do other stuff. Like, I would have them doing extra work, but then I didn't want them to associate schoolwork with punishment. And then I would have them reading. I would have them doing calisthenics, push-ups, running circles, like, just, standing in the corner. Oh yeah, that timeout, I used to kill that timeout. Like, I would make sure to leave them there long enough to where I forgot that they were in timeout and they would fall asleep in the corner, like, just doing different things to see what worked, because taking stuff away from them didn't work for my kids. Like,
what also helps as well, like, for my, because, like, let's put father on the side, but speaking from my mother's point of view, because young girls, like, the young girls will challenge their mother on a female level, like, oh, you're old, you're dusty, I'm the new age, blah blah, and the sons will be like, you can't control me, you ain't my father, I'm a man. But at the same time, mothers can be like, you know what, if you're the man, go do the lawn, like, give them activities where you deprive them of financial aid and make them feel miserable in the house. Like, you know what, if you want to be in my good graces, go do the lawn. Because that's what my mom did to me. Vanta, you messed up. You ain't getting nothing from me this weekend. Go do the lawn and earn it. And I'll be in the back, in the hot summer, just doing the lawn, cleaning the house, fixing up, doing stuff, cleaning the car. That's a punishment in itself. And at the same time, looking back, it was actually a benefit. It was a benefit for me, So like every punishment doesn't have to be like, harsh and savage. It can be beneficial for the young teenager going into
What up,
adulthood.
Big Stacks in the building? Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, I mean, and that's why I would try to do different things. Because I didn't want to just, like Coach just said, my people the same way. I done got beat with everything, whatever they could reach, whether it be a fork or a vacuum cleaner or just whatever, they didn't care. You could get hit with anything. Like it's wild. Like you have to get jumped into our family. Like we joke about it and it's not funny, but like, we just violent.
Trust me, Shanika. I've seen like my grandma used to be cold blooded. She used to be my auntie with a goddamn vacuum cleaner. The metal pipe.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm like,
yeah, and if necessary, you'll get jumped in. You'll definitely be.
Is that Vanta? Lord,
yes, sir.
What up, Vanta?
What's good?
You talking about?
Yeah, I'm just showing you the African point of view of extreme punishment.
Yeah, he was giving the African perspective to children punishment. But Vanta, let me ask you a question, because earlier this whole conversation of today's show is pretty much based off a statement of people that were raised poorly, right? Like you don't got no home training.
What up, Nay?
You must be a bad spouse or partner. Would you agree with that?
So say that one more time. People have poor training.
People that have no home training make the worst partners.
Ooh.
Does it sound like I'm blaming the parents?
I hope so.
No, because again, it goes back to nurture versus. It goes back to nature versus nurture. Like it depends. Because I've seen people who came from a broken homes, busted, but they end up being the most amazing parents. Like I don't know. It varies.
Well, let me ask you a question. When you look at the people in prison, do you think they was raised like the majority? Hold on, no. Listen, this is important. The majority of those people, do you think they was raised right, or you think they was raised wrong?
Wrong.
We have the evidence. That's all I keep telling you. People keep thinking.
Okay.
And I understand that it's exceptions to the rule. I know that you can do everything right, and out of 100 cases, 10 of them gonna be crazy. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the majority of the parents did the right thing. The majority of the society is gonna do the right thing.
I mean,
if the majority of the parents,
if that's
what up, Big Stacks?
So if Vanta meet a woman and she don't know how to cook, whose fault is that?
My mama.
My fault. My fault.
It's gonna be Vanta goddamn fault.
Thank you. It's Vanta fault. It's not her.
It's gonna be her fault because if she's an adult.
No, sir, no. Because I chose her. That's on me.
Yeah.
Why would I pick a woman that can't cook and clean? That's on me, sir.
I get it, but the point that we saying is, when I see it like when maybe because I see it in Asian family. Let an Asian woman can't cook. You know who everybody look at? Her goddamn mama. It's like you didn't teach her how to make dim sum. Yes. You didn't like it's like a standard that they believe like your mama's supposed to instill this. It's a difference. See, this is the thing is, it's a difference between can't and don't want to. Now, she says she don't want to, but she has the skills to do it. That's her fault. But saying that she don't have that skill at all, that's her mama's fault.
Sir, I'll give you an example, sir. I'm the only son. I have two sisters, one older, one younger. Guess who has the better marriage rate, successful, is the younger one. Because the older one, she rebelled so hard against my mother. Like, I don't want to cook, I don't want to clean. She went out, she was having fun, blah, blah. The younger one, because I'm older than her, I said, hey, you better stand next to your mother while she's cooking and learn and observe your mother. And this was like for goddamn like 10, 15 years. And now
I don't understand how the
married. She's happily married.
Hold on. Let him finish.
No, I don't understand how the oldest had a
hold on. Let the man finish his statement. Go ahead.
Because the older my mom had her young, and she was raised with her grandmother, so she didn't have that time with my mother. Like it was a big because my mom used to work, right? So when she came back to our family, she was already rebellious. Like, oh, you didn't raise me. I was living with my grandma. Blah blah blah. But the younger one, she was standing with my mother from the age of 6 until 20, standing next to my mother, watching and observing everything my mama did. And
But
then
you
by the
just
time she got
proved our
married,
point. You proved the point that the
exactly.
mother.
I'm backing you. I'm backing you. I'm backing you. Yes, I'm backing you. I'm backing your point. When you stand next to your mama, you become a great woman. If your mama is a good woman too, you're right. You're right. I agree. I'm trying to give you an example. Yeah.
So wait, let me say this real quick, E. So if your mama didn't teach you right, and I think Smitty was saying this earlier, but you go through life meeting different people, doing different things, you're not convinced
No.
to do better?
No. If your mama ain't never had, listen, if your mama ain't never had no man and no good man, I don't care how many good men you see out there, you still gonna think it ain't no good men out there.
E,
If your
come
daddy,
on, bro.
listen,
Somebody don't talk.
I learned
Okay.
this. I really learned this when I started having girls.
So
When I
E,
started having daughters, I realized that I am my daughter's first love. If she never
okay.
had her first love, she
Yes.
would have never knew what love
Okay,
was,
that's true.
regardless how good the
That's
man
true.
is.
E the man, that's true, Papa. Hold on. Let me ask you this. Do we still have, well, not we, because I ain't got no real deal kids, but do we have these conversations with our kids still? The
I do.
condom conversation and the what's down there and what's up there conversations?
Yeah, don't have
Good.
his. You should like. I
Good.
think it's crazy if you a male and you ain't telling your kid, your daughters not to be out here fucking these no good niggas.
But E, like, and bro, I don't want to get too far deep in of like how it goes, but I hope we're not telling them that in real time and not to be fucking on these niggas. I mean, I tell my niece and nigga, I ain't had no conversation with her like that, but I always tell her boys stink.
No, but
And
why
bro, she
not?
just
That's what I'm saying. Why
Nah,
not tell them
you
they
gotta
shouldn't be
keep it a
sleeping
buck.
with these men?
You gotta
Why
keep it
you
a
trying
buck
to make
with
it sound good?
nigga, cause my niece is like 11 years old.
See,
Like,
but
nigga,
that's the problem.
but
The world,
wait, E,
school
that's
is
my
telling them the
niece.
truth.
E, that's my niece.
I don't
yeah.
Bro,
care
trust
about
me,
that.
my sister, hold on, E.
That's
My
bro.
sister and her daddy, they gonna have that conversation with her. Not me.
Right,
I just tell the boys stink.
right.
I get what you're
Yeah,
saying, but I
I
tell you,
get
my
it.
niece came to my house and I told her about what it was. And her
I
mama
mean,
came to ask me and said, "Why you told her?" I said, "Because if you don't tell her, the world gonna tell her." So
yeah,
she can
but
have
you
I.
overstep your boundaries though.
No, I
But
didn't. No,
okay,
I
all right,
didn't.
all right.
Like, don't
That's
sit
why
into
she.
my house.
That's why
Somebody
she
needed to
asked
tell
you.
them.
Come on.
Somebody needed to tell them, no drip.
I mean, okay, that ain't none of my business. 'Cause I don't know that. Okay, you're right. You're right.
Nah, for real talk. Somebody needed to tell them, and
Nah,
somebody
that
needed
ain't
to
none of
tell
my
them.
business. So I don't know
But
what you. You know what I'm saying?
that's
So yeah,
hold on, drip.
I
I'm
just
trying.
want to know.
That's why you got aunties and uncles. If your
Real
parents can't
talk.
do the right thing, your auntie and uncle supposed to help.
That's what I do, and that's why I tell the boys stink. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they done told her. You feel me? I ain't, I don't know all that. But every time I tell her, boys stink, she, he. I be like,
It's
niece.
especially like my mama. Listen, let me tell you, my mom was talking to my niece, and my mom. I was listening to their conversation, and my mom was telling everything. My mama said, "Hey, check this out. I need to tell you everything because I want." One thing we said in our family, our kids will never be able to fix their mouth and say they don't know. We cool with them making the say, like having the knowledge and making the mistake themselves. But I think you is bad parent if your kid don't even know.
Right.
No,
That's why I said,
no. I'm
yeah.
with you. That's why I say, like, are they still having them conversations? I'm not having that conversation with my niece and nephew until their parents have it with them. Then I can be uncle and let them feel comfortable with old Uncle Drip, and me just kind of
I
still,
feel you.
pacify that shit because they're my babies, and I'm gonna be like, look, don't be out here doing that bullshit because
But that's the problem because the worlds don't see them as they baby. So when that little stinking dick nigga come over there and try to sleep with her,
not
she gonna be like, "My
stinking
uncle
dick.
told me
Lord
this
have
stinking dick nigga was coming. My uncle told me he was coming."
Yeah, why his dick stink?
Hey, you my brother, bro. I fucking love you, bro. That's funny as hell.
Like that's the point. Somebody who love you should tell you first before somebody
Oh shit,
that don't love them tell them their truth.
bro,
So
that
either
is
she gonna
funny
listen to
as
my
hell,
truth
man.
or she gonna listen to his truth. I
Nah,
I just think
I'm
you
with
better
you
tell your
100
kids
grand.
quick. Because especially what's going on now inside the libraries, they got all kind of people reading to these kids and stuff. You better tell your kids the truth.
Real talk.
Yeah, my niece and nephew know better. They read to each other.
I'm
They
so
ass trained.
I'm so thankful for my mama. I remember, listen, I couldn't been no. I was like 7 years old. My mama had a cucumber showing me how to put a condom on the damn cucumber, and everybody said that's extreme. You know what? I ain't had no kids before marriage. Like
Nah, I
she
feel you.
she was telling me these things because she felt that I needed to know these things to be a productive citizen in this world. And this is why we got all these 14, 15-year-olds having kids because y'all ain't even told them.
I mean, she ain't. I mean, see, bro, everybody got their own way. E, you know what I'm saying? And it worked for you. I definitely applaud mama. You know what I'm saying? Some mamas not dedicated like that, but some are. You know what I'm saying? Like
Don't
some.
be mad when your kids show up pregnant or got a baby. Like that's the point is I'm cool with you doing it however you want to, but don't complain. Oh, my kid got pregnant and I don't know how it happened. You
Huh?
happened. You didn't tell her that she shouldn't be doing this, or he should be wrapping up, or he shouldn't be doing it at all. I remember the conversation. My
Right.
mama looked me in my eyes. She said, "You know you're supposed to be having sex, but you crazy. I'm gonna show you how to put this condom on in case you just try
Shit, my
to do what
mama
you want
told
to do."
me, she came at me with let me find out you having sex. I can smell you. I'm like, damn.
Wait,
You smell me? I'm like, mama, I ain't fucking like what you like. What you mean you smell me? She
Yeah,
was
she
like,
said that furious style.
bro. She tried to set me up for the failure. I wasn't going. I'm like, mom, what you mean?
It
Fucking
reminds me of Taraji P. Henson in Baby Boy.
yeah. I'm
Yeah,
like,
very thick.
nah, mama. She said, I can smell you. I'm like, oh my, damn. That's
But
wild.
that's what I'm saying. It's like we keep saying that it's the school responsibility, it's the auntie. It's our responsibility to have these conversations with our kids.
No,
That's our
I agree.
baby.
E.
We
I
don't
agree.
want them to do it. But if we don't value our kids to have a conversation, nobody in the world give a F about our kids. That's the point that I'm making.
E.
How you can have a
I agree with you
conversation when
though. I don't know what
how
you're
you can
saying.
have a
Good.
conversation when they're absorbing internet information as well, like conflicting. Like, are they absorbing your information or the internet information? Because they're on the internet right now. These Gen Z, Alpha, whatever you want to call them. The internet is the goddamn information tool. Like, can you overpower the information you're giving them, sir?
Hell yeah. Actions speak louder than words. They don't
Action.
even
Okay, so you can back
half
up action.
half
A
this
lot
stuff
of
on
these
the
kids on that
internet.
visual shit, D-Rock, you're right. You're right. They're on that visual shit
Man,
anyway. You can show
real
a kid
talk.
something and shit, he'll pick up quite faster than you tell him.
Yeah.
I agree. Actions.
These
Yeah.
internet stuff, a lot of people they write it off as skits. They believe what they see in real life, in real action, in real time.
That's wild.
Like I remember when I was having this conversation with my older daughters. I was like, I'm telling you, dating is only gonna bring you as heartache in your teens. You go out here and you try to date somebody in your teens, you ain't gonna find love. You ain't gonna find all this. I promise you, you will get trauma from it. And men are
Damn.
not having these conversations with their teen daughters. Now they got the right. Everybody keeps saying they got the right. They do it. But you know what my kids say? You told me that nigga was no good.
I'm telling you.
That's why I say now is the time to be pouring into them. So when they do get out there, they'll already have the defense that they need. They'll
Right.
already have the armor on that they need. You know what I'm saying? That's why this shit is
Mm-hmm.
it's a continuous cycle, man. It's a revolving door.
I agree.
If you continue to be a piece of shit, you can't teach nothing to this child because you're still a piece of shit.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Can you imagine a man telling his daughter not to have sex and he got about a different woman coming through there every week?
Right. You got a roster, but you telling your son to be a decent man. You ain't a decent damn man.
Bro, but these kids.
Can you
Hold on.
One more, Drew. This is a good one.
Go ahead.
Can you imagine you saying there's no good women out there and you trying to raise a woman to be a good woman?
Come on.
See.
So E, that brings us back to is the manosphere killing the kids?
Nah, they ain't killing the kids. I wouldn't
I mean,
say
not killing the kids, but killing their relationships. Wants and needs.
I want to ask Trip a question regarding who are the kids, like manosphere and kids, like what age are we talking? Because manosphere you usually focus on like 18 plus.
Man, I couldn't even tell you what the manosphere was. Somebody said it on the show yesterday, so I'm just really regurgitating.
Okay. Because I want to clarify, because when you say kids, like, because I know, like I observe, like I'm not red pill this and that. Like I think all pills are mental illness, but like manosphere is just trying to help out young men who had no father, no uncle, no older brother, figure out things in life. However, when we say kids, like, because I know Manosphere is 18 plus. Are we talking like what, 16, 14?
Shit, either man or D-Rock can give you a better answer. I ain't gonna hold you. What up, Stan?
I got a different.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll stay quiet. Go ahead.
I got a different perspective. I was having this conversation about the Manosphere, and a guy that was in Red Pill, he sent me some videos of like Red Pill type knowledge, right? And I really didn't know. And I listened to the Red Pill knowledge. I listened to it for a whole day. And really, they're not talking about women. They talking about self-development, being a better man. The problem is they'll talk about, like I listened to Andrew Tate. He talked about being a better man for like literally, I think it was like a 2-hour video. And people snipped him talking about he should have more than one woman. So I think that we just focus on a lot of stuff in these communities that the leaders are not even talking about. They don't even talk about women.
I can speak on polygamy because my uncle has 3 wives, right? Yeah, 3 wives because he's Somalian, African. So this man married my auntie, first wife. This man just traveled to Africa, and then he just gave a phone call like, "Hey, I just married a wife," with no warning, no nothing, because some dudes in African dudes, they like, you know what? I don't even need to tell my wife. I'm just gonna give her a call like, "Hey, you're wife number 1. I got wife number 2." However, and that's because they're Muslims, right? In Islam, you can have the ability of 4 wives, 4 women, but you have to treat them equally. So now for him, he has to treat my auntie and his new wives equally. And me as a young 30-something man, I'm like, that's a headache. I would not advise that for young men today. Please don't marry multiple women, because you have to use your finances equally and share your emotional energy equally to all these women. That's damn near self-deletion. And guess what? This man right now, he's struggling, he's stressed. You're a goofy. Why did he marry a second wife, dummy? Why?
Hold on. Let me let Archer get in there. Go ahead, Stan. What up, boy?
Hey, salute Drip. Eat a man. Hey man. Hey, but I'm gonna tell you this, so let me go with this equal bullshit, right? So in them customs, what Vanta's saying is correct. But the Western world, I can treat them all equally. I treat them all bad. That philosophy don't work because it don't drill down that far, right? I'm like, okay, what are we really doing? But I really came up here to tell you this, Drip. I remember growing up, it was never that my uncle or my auntie were never overstepping their boundaries. It was never that. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And now, so if the parents don't tell them, because trust me, all of them grew up right together, right, as siblings. That's how you get uncles and aunties, right? But they know that certain things is going to be like unfamiliar to you, for lack of a better term, without being derogatory. But if you see right is right, wrong is wrong. But I see one of the holes in this situation as being an uncle. Now, I don't want to overstep my boundaries. Hell no. Because what end up happening, if something happens to that child when they throw them out, guess where they coming to?
My
Uncle
house.
Drip. They coming to Uncle Drip. Yeah, so you got to put it in them now. I mean, man, as adults, y'all can rationalize whatever you said or whatever, fine. But Drip, if shit go down and go left, them damn children, they're gonna say, get the hell out, and they coming to you. And I understand want to be the fun guy and all that. You can be both, but hey, man, you just tell them the truth. And I think that's what Edelman was saying. Just tell them the truth. Man, so man, this is a new generation and all that. So I respect that. But respectfully, I call it bullshit, because my uncles, my aunties, they could tell us stuff. This is what it is. My parents never even bucked, because they were telling us the same things too. Now we need to get back on the same path. If not, everybody's gonna be up in a damn circle ass situation. I land the plane.
But look, and then the funny part about it, ask an uncle, your niece can tell, or nephew will tell you more than they'll tell their parents. You actually got a higher level. Like my niece like every boy that my niece dated, she introduced him to me. She said, "Cool, I want you to go meet my uncle." It's because she look at me as, hey, my uncle, first of all, got my best interest. He gonna tell me the truth. And the first thing that my uncle gonna do is, it's a different relationship than my parents. My uncle ain't gonna judge me because I ain't his kid.
That's a fact.
I don't judge my own kid, but like, the point that I'm trying to help y'all guys understand is, it's a reason that you supposed to have uncles and aunties, and y'all talk about a community raising these kids, and y'all trying to put it all on the mom and the daddy.
Bro, you think you know every goddamn thing.
I'm glad you know, nigga. I'm so happy you know.
Can I back him real quick? Can I back him? Can I back him real quick?
Yeah. Go
my
ahead,
background, Drip.
Well, go ahead after Stan. Because Stan, he just got
look
here.
at my background. They know I'm ready to flip my damn lid if shit goes a certain way. But thank God she has uncles, you know, my angel, my oldest daughter, and my princess, my youngest daughter. They had an outlet, right? And it wasn't necessarily just my brothers, because he said, if I tell my father this, he's gonna flip his fucking lid. Right. But just giving them, that's why Edelman said it got to be a community. He said that the niece or whatever come talk to him so he can say, hey, you need to cut that shit out. Well, if I tell my dad, he gonna burn the house down, right? That's what the community, that's why it's the important of the community, because Edelman says, and he clearly said, that's my niece. I don't govern my niece like I do my children, because now he's in that position because he'll burn the world down, right? It's about, we got to get some form of community back together. I land the plane there, Drip.
Can I defend what's his name again? E-Man. Is it E
yeah, go ahead, Vance.
Yeah, I just want to defend E-Man Ray Hill. Like the whole listen. In my teen years, back in the mid 2000s. Listen, I used to be a hothead. I used to go clubbing, drinking, blah blah. I never told my mother. I never told my father. I used to hide it from them. But guess who found out? It was my uncle. Like I was venting. You know, you're slurring, you're drunk. Where you come from? Because he used to catch me walking back home, right? I'm like, oh yeah, uncle, yeah. You know, I just came back from wild night out, blah blah. And then he's like, you know what? It's between me and you. Like uncle and auntie is like an outlet, whereas the mother and father is the discipline. So you have to have that kind of extended. Yeah, the nuclear family, number one, mother, father, brother, sister, and the extended family. Extended family should be your backup plan. Not backup plan like, oh yeah, I failed, I need them. No,
cousins and shit. Your cousins.
Yeah, like Drip. Me and my cousins, we went on some wild shit in my younger years. And guess what?
We trying to get to the nuclear family part of it. We ain't even nailed that down yet.
Ooh. Right. So I'm me personally, Vanta Black is for number one, nuclear family. Yes, that's important. But what people forget now, like even in politics, we need the nuclear family, these right wingers. I'm like, no. We need extended family, cousins.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah. Because the nuclear is small. Like it's not enough. You need more than that. You need more.
So Vanta, let me ask you this, and D-Rock, let me ask you this real quick too. So I ain't
want to ask everybody but me. Okay, I get it. Go ahead, nigga.
I'll stay quiet. Go ahead.
Nigga caught that shit. I wasn't gonna say nothing either, but look, Edie, man, your motherfucking ass always included, bro. But everybody know for real though. Like, do y'all think? Okay, just say they don't have a bunch of uncles and aunts, but they got a shitload of cousins.
Yeah.
Now, we know a lot of these cousins range, you know, they can be 15, 20 years older than their cousin.
Yes, sir.
Bro, they don't get no type of drip from them. They don't, you know what I'm saying?
I strongly discourage it. I strongly discourage it. Let me tell you why, right? Somebody ever told me this statement. They said, you can't help somebody with what you're struggling with. Now,
I'm just saying, just a visual, though. Just seeing, you know, older kinfolk, you know, working on the car or
I get what you're saying, but usually your cousins are on the same level. The good thing about having a conversation about the uncle and auntie, you typically look at them as a level above them. I'm not discrediting what you're saying. If you got a 30-year-old cousin, you don't call them cousin. You got a cousin that's much older. You like,
no, wait, that's too high, sir. That's too high. Like, let's say 10. There's a 10-year gap. Let's say 10-year gap between you and your cousin.
I think when you're that close in age, when you talk about like 5 or 10 years, I think that they might be doing the same. They're gonna be in the same clubs for the most part. Yeah, they're gonna be doing the same thing.
I don't think 10 year though, probably 5 for sure. I don't think that 10.
My 10-year cousin, he was like, oh, Vanta, yeah. He gave me the whole lowdown, like how to deal with women, the clubs, anything at nighttime.
Right. I'm thinking about it right now, like, my partner, you're right.
So
I had to back down on that one.
So what when I say uncles and aunties, I'm assuming that you and your siblings are around the same age. So they're getting advice from somebody my age, maybe 4 or 5 years older or younger. So if I'm 25, my auntie, their auntie gonna be around that age too.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no. Okay, I think we're getting things confused. Like when I say advice from uncles and cousins, I'm talking like, let's say you're 15 and your cousin's 25. That is a good level of education from your older cousin, because he's gonna give you the lowdown what happens in your 20s. Like, don't do this at the club, don't move like this, don't do that. But
I get what you're saying, but I was at 15, my older cousin had me in the strip club. That's why I might be biased. Listen,
me too.
They was like, come on, look, cuz, we run this strip club. Come to the strip club at 15.
The day I turned 18, my cousin, he lives in Dubai. He's like, come to Dubai. Bro, we went on some shenanigans, bro. Diabolical shit.
That's the point that I'm saying is that older cousin might not always be the positive influence like an uncle and auntie. That's the point I was making.
But wait, sir. But at the same time, I feel more honest and more comfortable sharing my darkest and most insecure stuff with him, saying, "Hey, I have these issues, I have these problems. I can't tell my father, and I can't tell my uncle. You are the next level of authority that I have. Help me."
But that's what I'm saying. My aunties and uncle, listen, like, let me just, in my life, if I got locked up, I'm calling my auntie. I know my auntie coming to get me. Listen, my auntie go like, hey, I got to tell your daddy, I'm going to give you like a 48-hour head start. Listen, but she came and got me out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Versus, and it wasn't no argument over it. But if I call my daddy, I'm getting cussed out. He might not even know what jail I'm in. He done cuss me out for about 10, 15 minutes in the car to disconnect. So that's what I'm saying is,
I don't believe that shit at all. Y'all cap.
Oh yeah, my daddy.
My dad get pissed off. Bro.
I am definitely calling my auntie. My rich auntie is coming to get me.
Drip. You know how this man's capping, Drip? You know how he's capping? Because I'm 37. If my father calls me today on the phone, I still get a sense of fear. Father's calling me. This man is like 60-something. I still get scared of my father. There's some level of fear. There's some level of fear with the authority of a father. I don't know what it is. Yeah, like I'm 37. I should not be scared, but I am scared of my father still.
No, I'm scared of my mama. I ain't gonna shit, I ain't fucked up by it. She 4'11". That's a bad motherfucker right there, boy. I don't play with that one.
I'm not scared of either one of my parents at this part of my life.
Damn.
Bro, it's not about like a physical fight scare, bro.
Right.
God damn.
It's a fear of respect.
Fuck it up.
No. What I'm saying is, like, me and my parents' level have developed, like, because how I used to talk to my uncle, I talk to my daddy like that now. Like, my daddy, he's like an underpaid advisor. He's not judged. Like, it's a whole different relationship. And I think this is what parents fail to do. Once your kids get over 21, they don't know how to evolve to be able to go from parent to unpaid advisor.
What? Man, you gotta stop.
Advisor is a crazy term.
Unpaid advisor. Where's Shanika when I need it? God damn it.
But that's exactly what it is. It's an unpaid. That's exactly what it is.
My father's 60-something. If I told him you're my unpaid advisor, he'll still give me like a sure you can, like Street Fighter, bro. That's like, a crazy term.
Like it's shit. Now see, watch this. Me and my mama got a special relationship, right? Like for the most part, like we can be, you know what I'm saying? Your NIGGAs, you know what I'm saying? We can be niggas, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like I could cuss but I know which cuss word to say. You feel me? Like I don't say motherfucker. I don't say the B word. Like I be like, I might say no. I don't even say fuck. I be like damn or either goddamn or shit. That's about the most gonna come out my mouth. But
That's a level of respect. I ain't cussing at my parents. They ain't even saying
no. I wasn't through because you cut me off. God damn
Man,
it,
he started talking. Why you ain't talk to him first? He started talking. I started talking after him.
I'm sorry.
It's a level of reverence. It's a level of reverence.
Oh my
I
God!
do have a
I'm
level of
fucking
reverence. I
loving.
wouldn't cuss in front of,
Man,
I
what
wouldn't
D-Rock
cuss in
at?
front of my pastor. I got a level of reverence for him too.
Oh man, God damn it, man! Shit, that's wild, bro. But at the end of the day, man, shout out to the parents, bro. That really do like really take the time out, cause bro, I can see how and see. I really commend all parents that go through pregnancy together. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you because I seen my cousin and her dude and how their first baby, which was a stillborn, wear they ass out, bro. To where it was almost fuck this relationship.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of blaming, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of blaming and you when it shouldn't have been nothing but come here, let me hug you, like let me hold you, like baby, you okay, like what you need. Cause that shit, bro, I ain't gonna lie, that shit broke our family.
That happened to my uncle. It happened to my uncle. His first kid. That's what happened. It was dark, man. It's a dark thing to happen to a family.
Oh man, you talking about, bro? They was going through it.
Right, but what I tell everybody, you don't know what your relationship made of until you go through something.
Come on, D-Right. What you said, get sick. Remember we talking about the goddamn sciatic nerve and your ass can't move. Yeah, your woman clean your ass and bathe you, nigga. That's a solid one, nigga.
I'm telling you, bro. Like we can be on top all day long, and then that one thing happened.
That's the trip. That's what you got going on right now. She washing that stinking ass leg you got up there.
Oh my
Boy,
God!
fuck you, boy. First of all,
listen. You see my point, Drake? You see my point?
Man, you ain't right for
We're talking
that.
about some dog shit, right?
I can't stand this motherfucker, bro.
That was some ignorant statement right there.
Hey, Stan.
No, I ain't gonna hold you either, man. My sister-in-law definitely, you know, cause bro, she a traveling nurse, bro. She the one was you know, been changing my bandages and shit and everything. I ain't gonna hold you. Shout out to my sister-in-law.
Hey, you heard me, Stan? Listen, Stan, no, Stan, you understand? It's up. Ever since that nigga said I think like a woman, I got smoked drip 24/7. That nigga gonna get it 24/7.
I understand. Hey,
bro, I did not say you think like a woman, bro. I say you act like you got a mindset of a woman, bro. You be
That's
asking
even worse,
questions.
nigga.
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said, bro.
Telling people to think like a woman.
I'm fucking talking about I'm acting like Steve Harvey and shit over here.
No, bro. D-Rock. That nigga hyping that shit up, bro, because I even took it back, D-Rock. I say, nah, Edie, man, I didn't mean to say that, bro.
Nah, niggas, no take
it way
backs.
worse than what you.
He said no take
I wasn't trying to take it like
no
that the way Edie man would take it like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, nah.
You hilarious.
The only woman here, the only woman who thinks like a woman, Shanika.
But I'll tell you this.
You could be going in sometimes. I'd be like, this nigga here is hilarious.
The only person here who should think like a woman is Shanika. You man, you need to think like a man.
God.
Shanika is the only woman here. She can think like a woman.
If I ain't mess with Drip, I would have took that shit personal. He let me like
come on, bro. You my dog.
That's why you know he was.
I even tried to take it back, D-Rock. I even tried to take it back.
I know.
Bro, you should sit on God.
We play make it take it. If we play make it take it in Georgia, there's no take backs, nigga.
How you gonna tell me I can't take my own shit back, bro? Because you took it away. I wasn't trying to go there. Nope, I was not trying to agree with nothing you said. I'm like, no, I wasn't saying like that. I'm just saying sometimes. But no, not today. The last 48 hours, I'm like, no.
You know the funny part about we was having a manosphere conversation, and that nigga talking about I think like a woman. That shit.
You keep saying that bullshit. People gonna come on, man. Don't do me like that, dog.
Look like
it's all good. Listen, I told Drip I'm gonna let it go after 24 hours, but it ain't been 24 hours yet, nigga. I got 4 more hours.
Thank you, man.
Bro, I quit, bro. I swear I wouldn't trust you like that, bro. Oh my God! Shout out to Edie, man. That's my dog. You know it. Go ahead, Stan.
Hey, Drip, but what I would say quickly is that, all those things, you're right, that D Rock says, right?
Mm.
I've been through all those things, man. I've been away and I've been injured and all that stuff. And my wife, she had her thing. It's like, man, motherfucker, we in this shit together. That's why I'm rocking with E the man, and he a solid brother, because I can talk to
Right.
him.
Yeah, no, no,
Is
no, no.
that
He man be on some other shit.
I'm telling you this, man, the shit that we concerned about that hasn't even happened to your ass yet,
Okay.
bro. We get hung up on it, right?
So Stan, I'm the most logical person on the panel. Like I'm African, I have the right
God,
formula.
boy.
Just follow my
Nigga,
way.
drop that nigga. Put the boundaries back. This nigga talking about he was
Put
the
the
most
boundaries
logical.
up.
What the hell is this nigga talking about? Just because he was born on the continent that he was logical. What are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
Oh shit, man!
What are
I
we
was just
doing
sitting
over
there just
here?
waiting. I was waiting for somebody to catch him
Yo,
with the
I
formula.
heard Stan say Eman's the right one. No, I'm the right one, sir. I am the correct
No
formula.
hell you
I
ain't.
am
No,
the
No
no,
wife,
no.
no children, and
Listen,
all that.
me and
Leave
Drip.
him
I heard Drip
alone.
say, his uncle, he has siblings, and he wants to be a good uncle, and he talks to, the brother-in-laws. That's how I moved too. I talk to my brother-in-laws, helping out my little niece and nephews come correct at the age of a critical time. And guess what? I will not tolerate them acting like you N-words because
Well, I'm
we
gonna beat
must.
your ass.
Yeah, well, we all gonna beat your ass. Hey, E the man, E the man, D Rock. I'm calling
I'm gonna
SQ
whoop
right
your
now,
ass.
and we're gonna get the goddamn. We're gonna
I'm
get
sorry.
this shit.
I had to.
I
Oh
hear you, Stan.
shit!
I hear you, Stan.
S2,
No, no,
SN the man.
I'm joking. I agree with
You
Stan.
done.
I like Stan, man. Stan is he's a good dude, straight up. But yeah, we might disagree on certain things. But yeah, I think personally, like real talk, like I think we all agree on principle, but we have different methods on how to advise the young. We have all different methods. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Not really, because my thing is what either man was basically saying in essence, as aunts and uncles,
Essence.
if you are keeping it real with the children, then you'll be able to tell them things that me as a parent won't be able to tell my kids, and vice versa. Like that's how this whole system is. You know what I'm saying? It's a
No,
system.
but then
Like
still,
they end up at your
I
house.
give the example. I give an example of extended family. We need more extended family to help
Yeah,
out.
I'm not knocking that. I didn't disagree with that. But I'm saying we got to start somewhere to have an extended family.
And it's supposed to be reinforcement, D Rock. Like,
Yeah.
so drip.
Reinforcement.
Like, so how it's supposed to happen is the mom and daddy supposed to tell you not to sleep around. Then drip come back and say, hey, yeah, you're supposed to be sleeping around. The aunts and auntie supposed to reinforce what the parents are saying.
Right. What your mama told you. Yep, I stand behind that. Yep. Exactly. Do what she said do. Right. Especially if she right.
Auntie and uncle should reinforce what the parents do, but at the same time, they can also be a confidant if you're really struggling. They should be like, you know what, if your mother and father are too, like too hardcore, I can be a little, a little like a light cushion for you to share whatever you're feeling. You need that, man. You need
I
that.
know
You need
that.
some
Yeah,
some
I know
outlet.
that. Yeah, I know that. Like you said, you'll be able to get away with or say certain things that you can to your aunt that you won't be able to say to your own parents, your
Yes,
aunts
sir.
and uncles that you can say to your own parents. That's why
Right.
they end up having favorite uncles and shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I get it.
Can we understand this? That uh, when things happen, overcorrection, and we got to get back this way. And that's what I don't think either man is saying. He's not telling people what to do. He said, man, we can see the world. And especially anybody that, y'all going to call me a clown. But the ones that had to leave this country and do all this stuff in this uniform, man, we didn't want that shit to happen to us over here. So we did an overcorrection. Oh, whatever you want to do, and all that. And look what we producing now, man. Hey, I looked at something the other day. They recalling all the Glocks because they was putting switches on this shit. It wasn't even about that. It was about that they was getting sued over and over again. I'm telling you, the foundation. just because my parents are slow, stupid, and retarded. Man, if we don't have a community, how do you think they made it back then at a third grade education? How the hell did
I
they
have a question for
develop
Stan. I
all
have a
that
question for
stuff?
Stan, if I may. Stan, like, how did your parents and their ancestors stay united because I looked into the American history pre civil rights. Like, you guys were tight knit. You had a
Excellent question.
community. You had a neighborhood functioning. What happened, Stan? What happened after that? Like, why did it all break down to this level?
The government.
I mean, that's easy because
But that's the
like truly.
truth. It was it was a strategic attack of the government. When you look at
But
everything that happened, this was not, and I know it sounds like an excuse. This was not black people doing. When you start understanding like Black Wall Street getting completely destroyed, like when you look, we had the infrastructure to be great, but they strategically with the crack, with the cocaine, with all these different things, we didn't destroy our community. We
I
might
have a
have
question.
contributed to it, but we did not destroy it, and that's a
I
fact.
have a question. Why can't you rebuild it? Because I've seen the same. I've seen the same pattern with the Irish, Italians, and the Jays, and yet they somehow end up finding rebuilding and extending their community and
I
family.
think we are. I think we are rebuilding it. Do it look perfect in the rebuild state? Absolutely not. It doesn't look great. But I like what I'm seeing in the black community. We have the less kids having sex right now. We got the less kids getting pregnant in high school. If you look compare us to what we was at the 80s and 90s, we're doing better as a community. It's just not as good as it can be. You
I,
gotta
I,
understand. You
I
got.
disagree.
They having less sex, but I think they having less babies for sure. But I
I
don't
think they're
know.
having less. I think less men and less. I don't think that the high schoolers are having this as much sex as we was, especially in the '90s.
I have a question.
Today's hookup culture.
Absolutely. Listen, I'm telling you, these kids ain't even talking to each other like we was. They're
Exactly.
not. I'm telling you, the kids are not having sex like we was. You gotta understand, we was animals.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey,
Listen,
they're including virtual sex as sex.
I want to ask a direct question to Drip, if I may. Like, Drip, why do you
they
think
are
these?
masturbating. He is right.
What do you think? Why do you think the birth rate?
They beat the hell out of that chicken.
Hold on, eat man.
Wait. Why do you think the birth rate of the black community is dropping down? Because these young men are no longer hollering at ladies. Again, it's the manosphere talk. If we're going to go back to the manosphere topic, the manosphere talk, it's the 80-20 rule. The 80% are not dealing with young women anymore. It's cooked. The
I
system
think
is
80% is crazy. That's crazy. I ain't saying it's that high.
Give me 1 second. Let me play something.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Shout out my guy hustling muscle, let's go drippin' Shanika. Shout out hustling muscle, always hustling for that muscle, aight? Hey. Shout out hustling muscle, aight? I love like that.
What up? What up? What up? Shout out to H&M. Thank you for joining the panel. How you doing today?
What up, Corey?
I'm doing good. Shout out to the Drip Nation. With no hesitation. Y'all even better than meditation.
Yes, I love it.
Hey, Shanika, you about to get fired because you didn't give me that grand intro. Thank you, Drip, for playing the
Get up.
She about to get fired.
God
She been
damn.
mistreating me, bro. And I'm like, man, I'm
Good to see Drip back on cam again.
Racist.
Recovery.
Hey, don't worry about it. You ain't the only one without an intro. Hey, don't worry about it.
Oh no, D-Rock shit coming.
No,
Just believe that.
no, it wasn't about my
Oh,
intro.
man, shit yesterday.
I'm talking about out of her mouth. When I came up here, she ain't say a damn word. But now all this shit, hey, like man, hey, don't worry about it.
No, I think I had stepped away when you came up. I didn't bring you up.
Sure. Hey,
Damn,
tell him,
Stan.
Drip. Hey, any excuse to do, lie to me, I believe it.
Damn. So nigga like that.
Shout out to Stan, the man in the building.
Now you go with this bullshit. This is
I just want that beat again because I'm Arabic. I can wear some Arabic outfit. That was some Arabic bullshit right there. That was a fire track. I'm gonna go wear my kufi my
That
kofia.
goofy.
Yeah, I was gonna go full Arab on you. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Man, you know what's crazy though, Vessa? You know, when I did that fucking Mo City Done shit and that little old fire little sample that we figured out on T-Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that him.
Bro, wait,
Right. So wait, hold on. No, like it was like a little sound thing. Like it's crazy, but like it's on that motherfucking EPMD too. But Lolo, when I did that track, that la 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 shit, like it came from like the fucking
Rakim Eric B.
Not that like the name of the pack was like
I told you is the female.
It was something like dealing with like no I'm lying. It was an Afro beat pack that had like different continent sounds and shit, and that shit came from like the Shanghai like type area sound like that la 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 like they play a lot of that shit over there.
Wait.
Yeah,
Drip,
like some shit like this.
Drip, you were there. The song Rakim Eric B. What's it called? Yeah, the lady who's singing in the back. Tell the panel and the chat. Did I not sing that song, which is a Hebrew song? I sang that word for word in the Hebrew.
Yeah, you did. That's what I was saying. The fucking sample that we figured with that shit. I think it's that EPMD. You're a customer, but yeah, that motherfucker was man. But it's really Zero song too. Mo City Done, like he smashed on the hell. You know what I'm saying? We were doing karaoke one night. You know, so yeah, Drip got on that bitch and got the okay.
Yo, Drip, we need to go back to that again, man. Drip, that was something.
No, real shit. I might have to pull that shit over here.
I would like to get some clarity on what you referenced with regards to the 80-20 rule, because I want to know, like, is it different standards when it comes to dating? Because as far as with society, is the 20% or 80% of results come from 20% of the people?
Well, Shanika, if I may, real quick, because before you played the clip, I was trying to reply to Drip regarding why young men, there's no longer, young teen births and all that, because these Gen Z, Gen Alpha, they're no longer sleeping with each other because they separate each other. They separate. Like these young men are no longer pursuing women anymore. They're not.
They must be over there in your country. They might not be, but over here,
it's happening in America. It's happening in America.
No, I'm over here. I'm actually over here. I know what's going on.
It is in the Western world. Don't personalize it. Exception. It's not
no, they having sex over here.
Exception.
No. D-Rock, hold on. D-Rock, he's saying that it's a lot less than the past. It's not that they're not doing it at all.
No, bro.
If you compare them in the 90s,
but if that was the case, then why are the baby deletion numbers so high?
It's not. It's not as high as it was in the.
Okay. It's not. No, you're wrong.
It's going down.
Nigga, you wrong. They are smashing. Trust me. Ain't nobody finna convince me otherwise. They got OF and all these other outlets. You crazy as hell if they ain't out here. Man,
when people talk about abortion,
deep faking.
When people talk about baby deletion rates, they talk about the Gen X.
Nah, they saying niggas ain't having sex. Cause we just heard yesterday that no, niggas ain't taking relationships seriously, but they still having sex.
How many?
We talking about compared to what? In the past, you think that in the 90s when you look at Freaknik,
nigga, they having more sex today compared to yesterday. How about that?
Who are they? If you look at the stats, young men are not having sex anymore. Where do you think this term incel came from? I never heard incel in the 90s. I never heard incel in the mid 2000s. I heard about incel in the last 5 years. Where did the term incel come
niggas
from?
who couldn't get pussy back then. That's what you heard.
No, we never heard about incel in the 90s, sir. Because even the most chump could get cooch back then. Not anymore. Go ahead.
Hell no. Sex is more available now. What are you talking about? That's why we having this conversation.
Available, yes, but for whom? For whom, sir? For whom? Who is it
for niggas? For people who can get it. If you can't
and who are these niggas who can get it?
Damn bad.
What's the percentage? What's the percentage of who can get it?
What do you mean? What's the percentage? I don't know. I ain't on that side. I ain't on that team.
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. I'm not worrying about them losing ass stats.
We are saying teen pregnancy decreased because a lot of young men no longer want to engage with sex because either they're getting
teen
rejected
pregnancies-
or they're
nope,
not interested.
teen pregnancies have decreased because a lot of the food and shit that these women are eating is making them infertile.
What
a lot
the
of the
hell?
medicine they're
Wait,
taking are making them infertile.
Drip.
Yeah, ain't
drip,
no wait,
drip,
motherfucker.
drip,
See,
wait,
this
wait,
not
wait,
law.
wait.
You are.
Wait.
You can leave.
Focus.
No, you
Did
can
say?
leave.
Did you say?
If you want to pretend to be dumb,
Jerry, I'm
and like
sorry,
you don't
Drip,
know
Did you
Drip,
say food?
Drip.
Did you say
like you don't
food
know
is
what the hell
affecting?
going on over
Hold
here,
on. Let
I'll
him
let you
that's
finish.
your
I'll
fault.
let you finish. Go ahead.
That's your fault.
Sir, if I may ask a question, did you say food is affecting pregnancies with women? You say food.
There's a lot of shit affecting the
Oh
fact
my
that these
God!
women can't
See,
have
that's
children.
crazy. That's crazy.
Shanika, well, look, let's ask Shanika. Shanika, is it food that's affecting y'all?
Birth control.
Punana?
I got an answer for women since Drip said yesterday I'd be answering for women and shit. So I got to live up to that.
Jesus
Birth control,
It's in
health,
the
and all
food
that.
too. A lot of these foods don't even have seeds.
Shanika, you know it's talking about.
Ooh, let's start there.
Be real, Shanika.
Shanika, we want to hear from Shanika.
So
Yeah,
I
not
was
email.
looking it up, right? Because I want to make sure we're giving accurate information. And I mean, I kind of have mixed feelings when it comes to stats. And I actually, Drip, one of the videos that I sent to you was talking about stats and how we can't always necessarily trust them. But, well, it's more so tied to crime. But the National Library of Medicine is saying that Americans are having less sex now than they did 20 years ago. Yeah, they're actually saying that
Food my ass. Food my ass. It's just general culture. The culture has
They're
stopped
saying it's
saying.
going down from around 55% in the 90s to about 37% recently.
Right.
I want to know how many.
Also,
Hold on, keep reading them stats. She ain't finished.
Hold on, how many of
No.
y'all took a survey?
Shanika's gonna be on my side. Go ahead.
They're saying that the reasons cited for this trend include technology, and increased screen time, economic and career difficulties, the slower pace of growing up, and societal factors like disillusionment and malaise.
See? Where's the food? Where's the food, sir? Where's the food? I didn't hear food. Where's the food at, sir?
Hey,
Where's
but
the
you
food?
see, listen, I told you. Hold on.
Hot your gums. Hot your gums.
Drip. Hold on. It all circles. Listen. Hold on, Drip. It all came full circle.
One mic.
These ugly Africans with their little gotcha moment. That's why they just want to get up on these.
No. You put yourself out there, sir. No. Wait. Drip. I'm gonna go on
Hey,
Drip.
Drop a comment below and make sure to subscribe for the latest episode.
Shit.
You're not telling me shit.
You're not telling me shit. You mentioned
Drip.
Yeah, I mentioned
Let me
food,
go
but
after
hold
you,
on.
man.
Hey, Drip, you see how this full circle? How Drip,
Hold
how this full circle? When I told you the guy who created the Manosphere and wrote the Manosphere book was a porn expert, and that's what's happening to these boys. I said corn. I said it with a C that time.
My bad. PTSD.
I think y'all got PTSD when I talk, because I know I purposely in my mind said corn. I said it.
No real ass
My bad.
Let's go. Go ahead, E.
This is why we can't have no real conversation. My thing is, you know what they also don't have on there, what she read? They didn't have the fact that perms are now starting to come up as giving women ovarian cancer. Am I lying about that?
Wait, Drip.
What I'm saying, black nigga, is a lot of things that can contribute to people not having children, and sex ain't one of them.
He said, hello. He said all these women got perms and they still popping out babies. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Listen, I know a lot of women with perms and got 7 kids. The perm is not stopping them from having no babies.
Bro, he said it's starting to come up.
No, listen, man. Listen.
I'm just saying that's one example of many that wasn't included.
Shanika, don't give him. Don't give him
reason. Listen, hey, Shanika, you ever got a perm?
It don't even matter, bro.
How many kids you got, Shanika?
Hey, let me get in there.
3.
Go ahead, stand the man.
Hey, but this
Stand the
is
man with a plan.
Hey,
Listen.
Hey, Hustler, you should say that, Hustler. That didn't sound right.
Hold on, one mic.
Drip.
Hold on. Stan was next, man. Y'all
I'm
just
sorry,
speak
Man,
Stan. I'm
3
sorry. I'm
times.
sorry, sir.
Go ahead, Stan.
let me
What up,
give
Corey?
30 seconds. Let me give you 30 seconds, right? So let's not understand this is that with your diet and all these things, that you cannot bring a child to full term. You know, diabetes, high blood pressure, and all this other stuff. That's what D Rock was talking about. And you know, all those things is a contributing factor. It's not just one reason. And then for some slack jaw gonna sit up there and try to dog my bro out on some bullshit. It's not that. It's never one thing. Man, that you know, so that is like the wildest thing on the planet. Well, they didn't say food. Well, guess what? You go to the doctor as women when they tell you got high blood pressure, high diabetes, and they say that you high risk pregnancy. They don't care what age you are.
Well, hold on, but Stan, you think that people having as much sex as y'all was having out there in Freaknik?
Bro, why you gotta use shit like Freaknik, bro? Why
Because
you
he,
can't just use
Yo,
normal
I saw Stan
neighborhood
in
that's a
shit,
Freaknik.
bro?
90s
But
term.
you
I
got
love
I
it.
to
saw I saw
hey,
Stan in
because I
Freaknik.
was
That's why I was asking about Freaknik.
Bro,
man,
that's
man,
why we
that's
fucked
my
up too, because we want to compare ourselves to LeBron and Savannah. That's another fucked up ass issue we
What?
got.
Hold on, you stop smoking that stuff. We
Nah,
weren't
Hold
talking
nigga,
on,
about
bro.
no,
Hold
LeBron.
on. They act like they ain't
nigga,
never. They act
nobody
like they.
said that.
I'm not a
But bro,
See,
they
this how
talking
you
about what?
twist my words.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Even though they try to compare it to back then, they must ain't seen these Chris Brown concerts. They must ain't seen these.
Yeah,
What that boy name
young
is?
boy, young boy, young
Young
boy.
boy. Come
Yo,
on,
Who the hell
man.
is Young Boy? Who the hell is Young Boy? Jesus Christ. What are we
Vanta.
talking about?
Man,
What?
come on,
Yeah,
you
we
know
don't
who
expect for
NBA
you to
young boy is.
understand.
Nah, the
Oh, yeah,
20 ones are what he's
my
putting in that
everyday Chris
girl
Brown. I
mouth.
know Chris Brown. Oh, my God.
Oh my God,
They
Lord
ain't
Jesus,
playing the Congo, so you ain't gonna get it.
God
It's all
damn,
good.
Congo. How dare
the
you see that's
slander.
racist? That was racist. Drip, I would
Well,
like to think that's
racist,
racist. I'm not from the Congo, sir. I'm from Somalia.
no,
Oh
I said
shit!
play. I said
Oh
playing the.
my
See,
God.
there you go. I said playing the Congo. I wasn't even talking
that's
about the
Somalia's
better.
nowhere near the Congo, sir. But you can't carry on.
That was better.
hmm
That was
Crazy.
better when everybody relies on the United States to fund their project. Come on, man. We don't want to go in that conversation.
Come on.
Right.
You know, so come on, man.
I
That
want to
that
go there.
that's
I want to
just
go there.
wild.
Drip, can I go there, Drip?
Yeah,
Can I
man.
go?
Let's go.
Yeah, you ain't going there with no Somalia, man. When man,
I'm
come
going
on,
there with my
everybody
Somali
fund.
piracy
The
boat. I'm going there.
Somali
Where's your
man.
military? Oh, since you
No,
My
you just
military.
said you
We
got some
defeated the Black
soldiers,
Hawk Down in
we got
1995,
some
sir. We
no,
beat
soldiers.
you.
Stan.
You
Hold on, hold
say
on,
Hold
Black
on.
Stan.
We
Hawk
beat you.
No,
down?
Stanley, you want to
no,
go there,
no,
Stanley?
Stan.
Black Hawk Down.
Hold on one
We
second.
beat
Bob
Hold
you.
on.
Marley,
Hold
Oh
motherfucker.
on,
my
Black.
God.
Black. Wait 1 second, Stan.
That nigga
I'm
said
not
Black
saying
Hawk
what D
down.
saw. I'm not saying that what D Rock is saying is not true. D Rock is saying that people are having more sex than they had in the past, and I'm saying based on the data that is incorrect. That's all I was saying.
Bro,
Virtual.
all I'm
You got
saying
to
is I
be
ain't never
put it
signed no
all
survey
inclusive.
or did fill out no survey after no time I smashed. Who are they asking? How do they know who is smashing and who is not smashing? Because what I'm telling you is, bro, they out here getting it in. If you know anything about anything, they out here getting it in. Because matter of fact, once a female put a price on her, it's somebody who can come to that price. It's somebody who got that number.
Stan, we call it dowry in Africa. Dowry system. We put a
Yeah,
price on
man.
a
We
wife.
don't care about
He's
that
educating
dowry.
you again. He educated you again, D
Yeah,
Rock.
Nah,
we put
I
camel,
ain't
He
got.
said you
camel,
don't
I
goats,
know
don't
what a
have any
diary
cows.
is, D Rock. Don't let
Listen,
I
him
don't
talk to
have
you
any
like that,
cows
bro.
or
don't play with me,
Hold
chickens.
sir.
on, one
Don't
mic,
play with
one mic, one
me,
mic, one mic, one mic.
I
Africans.
don't
I'm
have
sorry.
any cows. But no, seriously, let's level set this. I'm
Okay.
telling you this is that now they got more ways, and then when people are talking on social media, they figured out an outlet that they never interact with each other. They're doing it virtually. It don't mean I guess virtually sex. And now if you want to say one on one, like everybody meeting
Hold
up,
on, stop,
I
Stan. That's not
wait,
sex. We can't say that if
wait a
y'all on
minute,
the
wait a
line.
minute,
Oh my God.
wait a minute.
That's not
I'm
the real
asking the
deal.
question. I'm trying to level set it.
I
If
got you,
you
man. I got you.
let me,
Go ahead,
Jesus
Stan.
Christ, are we trying to level set it that people meeting up one on one, having interactions and having physical sex? I say it has went down. But
Okay, you just came to outside then. Because we weren't talking about no virtually hunching. I don't know what that
no, no.
is.
No, but you think that they're doing more meeting face to face, man? We on this damn YouTube, and
Right.
are we meeting face to face? So that's not what D Rock was saying. He
That's
said
no
people
D
are
Rock.
just
That's what you said that they was having virtual messing around. D Rock was
not the
not saying
virtual.
that.
Wait a minute, that's not what he
Nah, I
was
think
saying.
Shanika said that bullshit.
He's saying that people are still getting it in,
Yes.
not as much
But he,
then because they got another outlet.
but no, that's not what D Rock. You misquoting D Rock. D Rock was talking about no virtual sex. What are you talking about? He was
Not
talking
talking
about
about virtual.
physical.
I'm
He
saying
was talking about
people are
Not
physical.
getting it on as much.
all I'm saying, people are still getting it in. I don't know what people are talking about. Like the ones that are having sex, they having enough sex for the ones who ain't getting it. I don't know what the rest of the people doing, but it's other folks that's getting it. I don't know what y'all saying. Like this, it's crazy. Because we obviously keep having this conversation about sex because people are having sex. And the numbers, I don't get the numbers. I don't even go into them stats. Because them stats, I'm gonna tell you where they mess up at. Take unemployment for an example. They can tell you whatever the stats of unemployment is. They're not counting people that work for themselves. They counting
Exactly.
people. They counting people that got a damn job, a job. So when we talk about people, when we talk about people that's not, because I look at myself, and it might be anecdotal or whatever the hell y'all be talking about, but I'm getting more sex now being in the health.
Anecdotal. Ooh, perfect. I can't wait, Drip. I can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait. Yeah, well, shut the hell up and let me finish. But what I'm saying is, I'm getting more sex. I'm getting more sex now in a healthy marriage than I ever did out there on the damn streets, hoping and wishing that I bump into a chick that want to bust it open. You feel what I'm saying? Like that shit crazy.
Wait, hey, but I'll say this, D Rock, do you think people are having
Benson, you got
more
it next, bro.
sex now
I'm chilling.
than they had? That's what E Man was trying to get to, and I'm telling you, people found different outlets, and that's what it is, man.
Now
It
they
is
told
one.
what they, cause see, they told us that women are out here giving it up to pay the rent. They being transactional and all this extra stuff. All I'm saying is, as long as they can, it's a dummy, or and we said it long time ago, it's a sucker born every second. So somebody acquiescing to some of these folks' stuff. They making hundreds of thousands of dollars on OnlyFans, if not the $180 a month. Still, they getting something from somebody, somewhere. So I'm saying it's a lot going on. It's people still doing it, and enough people still doing it that we ain't crying about our numbers the way other coaches are crying about their numbers.
I feel that.
Because we went from 13 to 14, whether people know it or not.
Man. Everybody quiet?
No, I thought somebody else was gonna go, Drip. But at the end of the day, is that, man, you got all these women, social media, you never touch them, and they getting paid. They realize that they don't even have to even see you, talk to you, face to face. And so now we think, because back in the day, you had to, I'm put 5 on 10. I don't need a $20 holler, man. Come on, man. Because now they getting more money than the shit that happened back there in the day. Well, girl, I'm gonna pay your rent. No, they doing it now on all these different platforms. You can go to any platform. The women up there, send me the Cash App. You will never even smell her nasty, damn, dirty panties.
What the
bro? Because they do not physically. They realize they don't have to physically be in your presence to get that money, bro. Let's stop this. You got a guy that was on here that gave $7,000, $7,000 to $10,000 just on a conversation and never even met the person. Come on, man. They realize, the women, man, shout out to the women. They realize that I ain't got to even be in your presence and you still gonna pay. And they don't have to deal with none of that.
I done, sir,
Those are
Stanley.
suckers
Sir
and
Stanley,
simps.
I done,
Those
sir.
look on OnlyFans. Shit.
It's on Vanna. It's on Vanna. Go ahead, Vanna. You got it.
Give me a time limit, Drip. Give me a time limit.
Hey,
You ain't about to say shit.
my name is
Go ahead.
not
I'm being
Stanley.
interrupted.
My name is Stan.
No,
My
you
name is
good.
Stan. Disrespecting me. My name is Stan.
Thank you, Stanley Cross. Thank you, Stanley Cross. Thank you, Stanley.
That's not Stanley Cross. That's Stan, the man. The man.
I was
All
just
right.
saying, that's some sucker shit. You can go to
Shit, drop.
OnlyFans.
Okay, that's
Okay. You know, I'll rock it. Drip. Give me a time limit. What's the time limit?
Go ahead.